Hello, you beautiful internet you, and welcome back to a very exciting episode of Careful Cantrip, one that we don't usually do. We're doing it on a Saturday today. We have a very special stream set out for you guys today. We are going to be trying out the new system, SAGAS, that is in its Kickstarter phase right now. If you guys are interested in this type of game, then you can go ahead and put !SAGAS in chat right now, and it will take you to a link towards the Kickstarter itself. For the most part, this is a rules-light system. It's meant to be system and setting agnostic. The actual terminology for it is setting and genre agnostic system. Yes, I think that's what it is.
Yes.
It's like I said, it's very rules light. You'll see as we go along. This is a sponsored stream, just to let you guys all know. So let us know what you think of the system, because we'll pass it on to the creator. We're playing essentially a beta test version of this right now. I believe the full version will be coming out if the Kickstarter is successful. Aside from that, Raina, is there anything else that I need to talk about, or?
Yeah, it's an all or nothing Kickstarter. So make sure you go over and check the Kickstarter for this thing. And check out all the cool. They have lots of different tiers. If you're interested. Other than that, that's it for me. Just cheers to everybody.
Cheers, peeps. One other thing before we get started. For those of you who do watch our Tuesday night campaigns and are familiar with a new world that we're playing in called Neverwhere, this is a canonical story that we're going to be telling today. It falls in line with everything else. It is applicable to the world at large, albeit it is a little bit different than what we've been running on Tuesday nights. So, with that said, guys, are you ready to get started?
So ready.
Yeah.
Amazing. Also, by the way, Cross, thank you so much for the 3 subs. 3 brand new friends. Appreciate you very much. And hey, we can see you on screen. Look at that. Well done, guys. You made it to the big leagues.
Mm-hmm.
How do I do this? Mud's not here, so I got to figure out how to do this again. Bobby, don't tickle the chat.
Tickling the chat.
Okay, you can tickle the chat if you want.
Weird. Ooh, music.
Where?
Your mouth.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, it's a little loud. Hold on. Let me adjust it. I'm so out of tune without Mud here. My savior.
I know.
It's
Who
been
are
1
we?
week since you haven't been doing tech.
I gave it all up. It was like a really hard math exam, Bobby. As soon as I didn't have to know it anymore, it was just gone at that point. So, many fairy tales are whimsical, light, and fun, where characters ride on the back of giant eagles in the warm summer sun, where pixies and fairies hold beautiful feasts in the forests, and sentient forests sing songs to one another under a new spring moon. But not all fairy tales are so bright. Some where witches poison apples, putting princesses into eternal slumber. Old hags in the woods that tempt children with candy, all the way to their doom. Where there's no happily ever after. These stories are much darker, much grittier, much more grim. And in the lands of Neverwhere, these stories reside as well. And while a young and bold group of trepid new adventurers save an oceanic princess in a far southern continent known as the Emerald Empire, another group of well-worn heroes attempt to survive in the cold, harsh north, in the lands known as Grimm. Located in the far north of the Westworld, the nation of Grimm is marked by its cold and dim and desolate environment, with limited farmable land and very few resources. Its people are known for their rugged resilience and ability to prevail in the harshest of climates. These hellish conditions have given rise to a number of formidable creatures, where men have turned to beasts after ingesting the lycanid flowers for lack of any other food. where a well-intended alchemist, attempting to take advantage of the long nights, made a terrible miscalculation and turned his people into bloodthirsty creatures, and where a long-dead tribe gave up their humanity for the protection of a white dragon known as the Frozen Worm, their bodies forever changed from skin to scale. But not all hope is lost in these lands, for another faction looks to cleanse Grimm of the atrocities. Many cycles ago, a group of Templars, once that served under the rebellion of the Blue Queen, looked to expand their mistress's domain. They traveled to the borders of Grimm as missionaries, but found few rational minds to sway, instead finding the frozen tundras rampant with monstrous warlords. In their disgust and rage, they grouped together and swore an oath to the lands, to vanquish all that was unholy. And so, the Golden Hunt began. And on the 962nd cycle, the Golden Hunt's stronghold now sprawls out as one of the last major cities of man in the north. It is a bastion and safe haven for anyone who seeks out refuge from the cold. Its high walls are coated with a thick layer of ice on all sides. And directly in its center, the Guild House, where our group of heroes reside. As you all gather in the war room table, you look to each of your companions. Some of you have taken missions with each other in the past, while others may only know each other through reputation. Either way, you've all been summoned to the war room for an important mission. Albeit the calling had no further details aside from the fact that this mission would lead to a promotion of sorts. As head of your own orders, a team would be selected, a sigil for you would be made, and all with you at their lead. As your eyes begin to look around the table at the others who have been chosen. Raina, would you please introduce and describe your character?
Well, you see a human-looking female about the age of 18 with bleach blonde hair, long, wavy, light freckles on her face, and bright blue eyes. And she's wearing a leather jacket with a tank top underneath and some heavier jeans.
Okay. And Bobby, if you would introduce your character.
You see a paragon, justice. Monster slaying justice. Sir Hemlock stands tall and proud, in full copper armor, not even revealing his face under his full plate helm, with a large blue cape that somehow catches the wind, even indoors.
And Dag, if you'd introduce your character and describe it at the same time.
Kind of at the table for the war room with, sort of a big tankard of like what looks to be hot tea. You can see a figure sort of sitting on like this large, sort of, like cushiony kind of thing. It is a massive wild. This one is a mountainback gorilla, a silverback gorilla, who kind of like has these almost monistic robes placed over their body, these large, heavy-set jade kind of baubles around their neck, and what looks to be a luchador mask pulled over the top of his head, with just the depictions and visage of kind of one of the monsters that they are accustomed to fighting. Every now and then there's this soft like sort of like, well, you know how when you meditate it's like except for this is woo, 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 woo. Yeah.
Yes, Tibetan throat singing. I'm very familiar with it.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
And Nate, if you'd go ahead and introduce and describe your character to us.
Sure, yeah, sort of setting off in the corner, you guys would see a well-dressed but very elder man human sitting there with great hair and a well-kept monocle placed into their eye as they kind of pan through. Looks to be like a giant old tome. He's like, "Oh, that's not it. No, that's not the one. Oh God, how do I do this again?"
As you all kind of sit around, taking note of each of the companions, sizing them up to ensure that the mission itself is well taken care of, that the right skills, whether it be in combat or in utility, are available to you. A beautiful warm hearth glows at the other side of the room as you continue to look around, as Zaltek continues to mutter to himself, staring down into that some type of book.
So, just to understand the space, are we all at separate tables?
No, in the war room there is one large table with many, many chairs, albeit that there's only the four of you in the interior right now. Most of the walls are lined with various trophies of monsters and creatures that have been taken down in the past. And directly over top of the hearthstone, you see a very large picture that you've seen depicted many, many times before. That of the Blue Queen herself, albeit with the large golden egg, or sun, directly behind her. As you all continue to sit and wait, some nervous, some preparing for what's ahead. The doors swing open, and you see an individual walk through that you have seen many times before in the past, walking through the guild halls. Not many of you have had the chance to talk to Commander Talos before, albeit his legend and myth needs no proper introduction. He wears very heavy-plated armor, all of it gold-crested, with a beautiful white cape that flows from the back, albeit his doesn't seem to bellow quite as much as Hemlock's. Probably a problem with getting it up.
Happens at his age.
Okay.
Man, I get it.
As Talos walks into the room, you all stand proper, saluting your commander as he walks in. Yes, Zidane.
So I've got a mechanic here. It's a struggle. It is difficult to arouse me from resting, and I need to make a check in order to do so, or I simply do not.
Okay, fair enough. So, within this system, folks, just so you know, how characters are actually created is much, much simpler than you would typically see in like a D&D type game or a heavy rules game. In this, you simply select three talents, things that would benefit you in some way, shape, or form. You also pick two struggles that co-reside with the talent, albeit it can be at your overall choice. And lastly, your talents themselves are very much similar to class features, albeit there isn't really classes in this game. Sorry, can you tell me what that struggle was again, Zidane?
I can indeed. It is called the Deep Sleeper. It affects while I'm resting, and the die used varies, but it is difficult to wake me up for when I'm resting. To wake me up in the middle of a rest, they must, APC, or whoever it is, must make a difficulty 5 check to do so.
All right, fair enough. So are you sleeping at the table right now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. In that case, go ahead and make a check for me.
Well, wait.
Okay.
Caroline, being Caroline, will, smacking her gum, walk over to Zidane and say, Zidane, come on, it's time to get up. Listen, planning a battle is just like planning a party, and you can't sleep through any of it. And she'll just shove him.
You'll
All
need
right.
to make the check.
Oh, right, me. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Sorry, what am I rolling with? Which dice?
You would be rolling with a d12.
Okay. It rolled off the table. That's a 2.
A 2.
Hey!
Okay.
All right, very
Low
good.
Low is good.
Low is
Yeah.
good, yeah.
Another element of this game is that the lower the better. That it's a little bit of a quirky kind of thing in comparison to what we're typically used to.
So Bobby's gonna rock at this game.
He's going to be fantastic. I wish
Finally.
Beck could be here with us right now. She'd be killing it.
Yeah.
Zidane. Zidane, am I saying that right? Zidane?
Yeah, Zidane. Yep.
Zidane. As you hear Caroline commanding you awake, you're broken out of your slumber.
About time.
He has this serious look on his face and he goes, "Yes, indeed. Time passes so quickly, so fervently, unrelenting, never ceasing." Oh, Commander Talos! It is good to see you. We have come to accept the quest that you have brought us here to do.
Yes, Zidane, you have been with the guild the longest, and still reside of that as of a squire. I wonder if it's the fact that you sleep wherever you go that might be a cause of the issue. Neither here nor there. To all of you, Caroline, Sir Hemlock, Zaltak, and Zidane, thank you for coming when called. You have all shown great allegiance to our hunt. You have all proven yourselves as more than capable warriors under the leadership of others. We've talked to the rest of the senior members of the Golden Hunt, and believe it is time for your trial. If you are to be successful with this trial, then you too will march to your own order. You will command your own grouping of platoon, under your flag and under your sigil, the highest honor that can be given to one of the Golden Hunt. The mission ahead of you is to the east, in the city known as Frostforge. There has been reports of repeated attacks of some creatures of the night. It is your job to cleanse the land of these atrocities. Do you understand what is being asked of you today?
I'm not really a huge fan of yours, and I'm not really a huge fan of being told what to do. Dave, I'm so sorry, but I have the anarchist struggle, and I have problems with authority, so I have to make a check every time an authority figure, guard, etc. gives me a command.
Okay, go ahead and make a check for me.
This check must use a d12. If you succeed, you can choose whether to follow the command or not. If you fail, you must resist the command given to you by that authority.
Fantastic.
Fuck this
Fantastic. Great.
I love how everyone just leans straight into the struggles here just today.
listen. That we'll make it work either way. Don't worry. I'm not gonna just waltz off the screen.
Yeah,
Well,
Dave, new pre-gen, let's go.
That's an 11. So
An 11.
Caroline stands there with her arms crossed, and she's saying, I don't know. I think maybe if I come up with a better idea than you, maybe then I'll do it. But I don't know. I'll just wait and see. I'll see what you have
You look
to say.
over as you see Zoltak's monocle fall out of his eyes. You're like, ah, my word, a better plan than this one. No, this is the most genius plan that I've ever heard. I've raised this boy since he was a young fellow, and now he's here giving me commands. You think I'm upset about it? You think I'm mad that they've busted me down in ranks and I have to reclimb this ladder?
Zaltak, your loyalty is always appreciated, but not needed at this point.
get caught
With his
one
hands
fall-
clasped behind his back, Commander Talos walks straight up to you, Caroline.
Mm.
I've heard many things about you, Caroline. Some good, some bad. Well, your defensiveness towards commands are quite notable and, to be honest, annoying at times. Your skill speaks for itself. So allow me to put this in the simplest terms for you. You can move forward with the mission that's been presented in front of you. Or you can walk out these set of doors, follow them down the hall, walk out the large set of doors, and then walk out the city gates, never to return again. You will be wiped from the Golden Hunt's memory, and you will be considered a traitor. While commands might not be your thing, perhaps survival is. Are we clear?
I think so. I mean, I'm pretty good with it just being my choice now, so that's great.
Sir Helmlock, what say you?
I think it sounds like it's time for a hunt. A monster-slaying hunt.
Cue intro music.
Thirst. And he unsheathed his sword as he looks at his blade, Monica.
No.
Very good. And Zidane. God, I hate your
Zidane.
name. Zidane.
You can call me Z.
Yes,
Two people who
I
say
think
start
that'd be
with Z.
best.
Oh my gosh.
It's like Shenane.
Ah,
That actually
yes,
does make it easier to remember.
Zidane.
Zidane.
Right, of course. Have we kept you awake this entire time? Do you have any questions yourself in terms of the mission?
I do not have questions about the mission. I am confident in my allies and the ones that have been brought here. If they have what it takes to potentially lead their own small contingent of the Golden Hunt, they have already time and time again proven themselves to be more than a capable challenge for whatever you have in store. Which, if you could refresh my memory, what are we doing again?
Commander Talos just kind of scratches his head. Why did we pick these for again?
So my other struggle is poor memory.
Fantastic.
Dave, we're not even gonna make it to the adventure.
In that case, Zidane, do me a favor and make a check for me.
Okay, is this about my memory? Because I have a D12 that I need for that one.
Yes.
Okay. I got a 9.
A 9?
Yep.
You don't remember anything of what was just told. You are more or less just smiling and nodding at this point.
Yeah. Taking one too many hits to the head. He just has no memory left.
Not
Sleep
to worry,
all the
Commander.
time. I think it might be a concussion. I think it's just.
Yeah, it's probably a concussion. And he's just, at this point in time, he's just happy to be here. Just at some point or another, he stands up and he's like, "Where is he at?" Just freaking-
I'll fight any man.
Not to worry,
punch drunk.
Commander. We'll fill him in on the way. It's time to slay monsters.
Huzzah!
I can't. Okay.
Very good then. I'll allow you some time to prepare beforehand. Ensure you have the proper rations. Some torches.
No need. Forward. He's gonna So one of my struggles is fair game. I always assume that I'll succeed.
Great.
All right.
Cannot make checks to determine my chance of failure.
Fantastic.
And
No
don't know
checks
the
either.
difficulty of any roll.
Okay, with that said, Hemlock immediately stands up during Commander Talos' conversation and orders, taking out his sword and immediately walking out the doors. Commander Talos kind of stands there, a little dumbfounded at this point as he looks to the rest of you.
Oh, we're leaving. Okay, I'm coming.
And I start like gorilla running.
Oh, wait. Before we go, hold on. I just have something for everybody so that we can remain organized and assume we were all on the same team. And Caroline will pull out, I guess Hemlock is gone. So 3 party hats with little straps around them. And she'll say,
Where did you get party hats from?
They're in my
Is it a struggle?
bag. No.
Okay.
Oh my word! Is it Talos' birthday? Oh, happy birthday! It's birthday time for you.
Okay,
happy
no
birthday,
singing.
Talos.
No singing.
I'm happy just for
Absolutely
you.
no singing. No,
Oh,
no. This is just so that we all know which side we are on, to be clear. I know some of us know each other, but some of us just know of each other. And I don't want to be hit by a stray bullet or a stray crossbow bolt or whatever weapons you use or Hemlock's sword. I want it to be clear who is on whose team, okay?
And would you happen to have another one, as he's kind of putting the birthday party hat in his coat? I didn't receive one.
Caroline, apparently Zaltak didn't receive a party. Zaltak, here, you can use mine.
I give him my.
No, that defeats the purpose, Zidane.
Oh, this is good. This fits me just
Zidane,
right. Needs all that.
I'm
It
halfway
fits
to
him.
my destination.
It fits him though.
Okay.
Hey, did anyone see
Fine.
where Hemlock went?
Hemlock, have you just literally left the building and are
Yeah,
walking out of the city right now?
He mad bolted and he's on his way to was it Frost Ridge?
He's like,
What's the name of
huzzah!
the-
Just
Frost
trending
Forge,
fucking-
yeah.
Frost Forge.
Go ahead and make
he did
a...
have to stop to tie his shoe, and he's not super good at doing it.
Okay, in that case, go ahead and give me a check.
Just a D12.
The check is going to be for whether or not you know the difference between east and west. We're going to set the difficulty at, we'll say 5.
Okay. Sure. Now, I do have an easier time moving through terrain. Does that add into this at all?
Sure, yeah, that can add into that. So go ahead and use a D8 for the roll.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. No, it's the difficulty is set to. We'll set it at 7.
Okay, but roll a D8.
Yes.
5.
5. While you have a little bit of difficulty, you remember that lefty loosey, righty tighty, and somehow are able to translate that into the proper direction as you begin to make your way to the east.
Yeah, and it turns out that my shoes are Velcro, so it was easy enough to tie them back.
Right. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Just
Meanwhile,
like plate
back-
greaves with Velcro. Just
Yeah.
As Hemlock begins to truck through the knee-high snow, the rest of you continue to exchange party hats in the war room. Commander Talos speaks up at that point. It's not my birthday today, but I
No.
will take one of those hats if you have an extra.
Well, I only had 4. One for me, one for Hemlock, one for Zoltak, and one for Zidane.
Yes,
And-
and
I didn't
Hemlock is
receive
no
one.
longer here, so I mean, if you Maybe I could have
It is his
head.
birthday. You should give him a party hat.
It's not my
Guys,
birthday, but
we always do this with one shots. We're never gonna get to actually do anything if you don't stop doing what you do.
Okay, all right, fine. Here, you can have a hat too. And Zoltak, I'm keeping my hat because I'm more concerned about me. So just make sure you don't hit me in the crossfire, okay? Zidane,
never
you're going to be
received
asleep
a hat.
anyways. You
Okay.
have 2 hats. You have 2 hats. I gave you one, and then Zidane gave you his hat. Where did they go?
No, I don't believe you did. And Zoltak's going to just start like, he's going to walk towards the door here.
I'm gonna go.
It
I'm
was
gonna go
good
searching
seeing you
for.
again, young Talos. Tell your mother I said hello. And he'll kind of turn around and, it'd be good to get on an adventure again. He's going to wander up the swinging door that Bobby left.
All right.
I'll also head out, and as I do so, I look at Zaltak and I say,
Maybe we should have brought hemlock cake. I mean, I wouldn't want him to have missed out. It was all the festivities.
"It was a very lovely party," and I'm just going
I'll
to
tell you
walk
this.
out. Yeah.
I'll make you a wizard's bet. We will run into Hemlock before you know it. Agreed. 10 gold coins if I'm right.
Okay, yeah. No, I'll remember that deal.
Okay.
Caroline
great.
pushes through the both of you and just walks right through you to out the door to follow Hemlock.
Young people always in such a hurry.
Yes, they don't know how to appreciate a good stroll.
as you begin to pick up your step, being led by Carolyn, who's clearly, while struggles with authority, still seems to be all right with taking the lead. As you continue to move quicker and quicker, you eventually make your way to meeting up with Hemlock. Hemlock, you hear the crunching of the snow coming from behind you. And as you turn around, it's difficult to see the figures that march up from behind you, albeit mostly silhouettes at this point, save for the very, very colorful pointed hats that they wear upon their heads.
I've never received a hat.
Yeah, technically it's just Caroline now wearing a hat because Zoltak has stolen.
Sir Hemlock will draw Monica. Demons.
Oh,
Already had demons. He prepares for battle.
Yes, the elusive party hat demons. Very canonical to this world.
Yes. They show up once a year on your birthday and blow your candle out.
I haven't seen one in person, but I've always knew they existed.
All right, as you turn and draw Monica, go ahead and make a check for me to determine if you recognize these individuals as truly birthday demons, or alternatively as your companions. We'll set the check at we'll set it at 5.
Okay. 3.
A 3
That
as
was with a D12.
As you squint, trying to make out the characters in the otherwise falling snow, you do immediately recognize Caroline, mostly for the fluorescent-looking party hat that she wears upon her head.
He'll sheath Monica slowly. Oh, it's just you all. Am I, moving too quick for you?
Oh, no. Zoltak is much used to this haste.
Caroline will just march right by Hemlock, and if she can, she would like to undo the Velcros on his boots in one fell swoop.
Wait, you're going to attempt to try and find his Velcro night boots.
Yep.
Fuck, I can't believe I just said that. In the snow-trodden path.
Yeah, because she wants to be the leader, and he's in front, so she needs to slow him down. So she's going to undo the Velcros as she walks by.
Okay, as you try and walk by, you're going to try and undo the knight's Velcro boots. Great. Go ahead and make a check for me in order to see if you have the ability to nonchalantly make undo the Velcro without him noticing, while you continue to walk by it.
Right. So just FYI, one of my talents is sneak, and it
Fuck, of
affects
course
my
it is.
stealth.
All right.
So I
what-
get to use a D8. That's all it does for me.
Okay, I'm gonna set. This is gonna be set pretty difficult.
Okay.
So
Fair.
we'll set it at 4.
Okay. All right. I'm rolling. Here we go.
If it doesn't work, I can back you up with my talent, Fireball. So, you got this.
I rolled a 4. I don't know what that means.
4 is a success.
It beats, right?
It is a success.
Hey!
Hemlock, as you pay no mind to Caroline, now looking at Zoltak and Zidane. Sorry, Zidane. Weighing them, sizing them up to see if they're up for the mission. You take no note of Caroline as she undoes your Velcro knight boots.
Are you sure you're ready for the battle ahead?
I'm already
The
past
monster
you.
slaying battle? He's not talking to you.
Okay. Sorry.
Zoltak
Yes,
comes
yes.
beside him as he's continuously, he'll put on his monocle and snow attaches to it, and he'll clean it, and then he'll put it on, and he'll clean it, and he'll put it on, and he'll clean it. He's like, I was doing monster battles before you were born. Are you ready? And he kind of looks back towards Zidane. Hey, did I get it?
You did, you nailed it.
All right.
Zidane goes,
Battle? Oh, yes. I'm good for a fight. Who are we fighting?
Monsters.
Oh,
And as
yes,
he
yes.
turns around and takes a step and realizes, oh no, my Jordans. Re-Velcro his briefs.
I quit.
Onward, friends. To glory.
Jordans are canon now, right? Like,
yeah, Jordans are now in the world.
Jordans
Oh
are
my
a type
god.
of, green
All right,
for-
so Kaz, can you make a note of this that Jordans are now a type of knight armor in the north?
They're
Yeah.
Sabaton.
Their brand of greaves and footwears, and can you also make note that Keelan's dream is to one day own some Air Jordans?
Wants his own line.
Like proper
of Air
yeah,
Jordans.
A legitimate dream.
Like Air Jordans, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
want Air Jordans.
the Keelan specified Jordans.
Yeah.
Would Keelan? I've always wondered this about Keelan. Would he get a Jordan for each like hand and foot, or just foot?
I mean, if they made like racing gloves, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Sorry.
Cool.
The gorilla will walk forward because he's forgotten why he's walking forward, only that is what he's currently doing, and will proceed to make his way through the snow, carving it like a bulldozer with the front of his head until he eventually steps on Caroline.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Caroline,
you
go
ran
ahead and make a check to see if you can avoid being stepped on by Zidane the gorilla. Yeah.
Is that
Also,
a
Hemlock,
D12?
make a difficulty check to see if you can find your Jordan that is now lost in the snow.
Sure.
Am I rolling a D12, Dave?
Yeah, D12. Unless you have something in within your traits, talents, etc., that defines what dice you're using. Assume you use D12 for everything.
I rolled a 12.
You rolled a 12. All right, then. Zidane, you continue to barrel forwards like a snowplow. Caroline not paying attention as you can't hear him approaching with the crunching of snow underneath your feet. You feel yourself immediately get overwhelmed as you're pushed down into the snow, your face now covered in snow. You have been inflicted with a condition at this point known as
shit.
frozen.
What does that mean for me, like status wise, other than being cold?
You are now very cold, and all of your checks will be done at D12. If there is a check that is done at a D8, that will automatically be a D10.
Okay. You just hear Caroline gets up, her face is covered in snow, and she goes, "Ah! This is why I said we had to wear the party hats. Zidane, this is what I was talking about. You're not supposed to run into me. How are we going to be effective on the battlefield if you can't even keep yourself in a straight line?
I picture
But it was
Zidane
going.
on.
Yeah, it's just moved on. And by the way, you're fairly confident Zidane has already forgotten what the party hats mean.
Did somebody say battle?
Hemlock, what did you roll to find
6.
your now missing Jordan?
6.
A 6. Did we set a difficulty? We didn't set a difficulty for that.
I don't know.
I would say a 6 is probably enough. You weren't far off from your boot, albeit your foot is very cold at this point. You are able to find it re-Velcro up and continue to move onward.
Nice.
You all continue to travel through the blistering snow for roughly about an hour's time. I need everybody to go ahead and make a check for me to see if you are able to overcome the coldness. Caroline,
Again,
you're already cold, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, guys.
I got a 1.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay.
2 things, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
I'm
Yeah, I have another
sure
side thing
footed.
too.
So I move through terrain easier, and also I'm a bodybuilder. So
You're a
checks that
bodybuilder,
bene-
okay?
Like
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Checks that benefit from looking strong may use a D8, and checks that benefit from strength may use a D8. How do you feel about that?
If you can explain
I'm good with
to me,
terrain and being strong.
if you could explain to me how strength can overcome coldness.
Because you it's like a confidence thing. Like if you personify strength and not looking cold, you then feel warmer.
Ah, so it's a mind over matter thing.
Exactly.
All right, I'll allow it. You can use a D8.
Hell yeah. 1.
Boo, 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 I guess.
Wow.
Well done. Well done. Okay. And Zaltak.
I did roll a 10. Now, I do have the ability to see in the dark? Is it dark out? Will that help me, or is it daytime?
Tell me how seeing in the dark can help you
Well,
from
Dave,
being cold.
as you did mention that snow was very intense and heavy, therefore, obscuring the Jordans. It was a whole mess.
I remember, yeah.
So I now, with my dark vision, have a better chance to see through the blinding snow and navigate.
So you're
Like
trying to
avoiding
tell
the
me that
snow as it falls.
Yeah.
if one can see better within cold, then that will reduce the effect of the cold.
Makes sense to me.
Essentially, yeah. Because
Uh-huh.
why would we take the time on our journey to walk up down a path that makes no reason when I can see the path?
That's-
locked on and lasered. Zaltak with his monocle cut through any obstacle.
I don't know, chat. What do you think? Do we give him the benefit of the doubt? He's gonna get a D8 on the roll if we say yes.
Mm-hmm.
It totally relies on chat right now.
Obviously, yeah. See, I'm getting obviously dark vision. Is it night? See, Cass, that's what I asked. But
It is not night in any way, shape, or form.
Damn. See, I think chat's unanimously on my side.
Well, I saw one in there that said, "Go toward the light. Yes, it works." I'm not sure who said that. It's hard to see the name on it. So, you know what? I'll
Well, if
allow
only
it
your
for
dark
this
vision's
time.
Good.
Those who see see very well within the realm of Grimm are able to overcome a certain amount of the cold, while those who are blind just basically freeze to death. That's okay.
Right.
Sure.
Well, I mean, they just don't want to go walking around in it. They can't see, Dave. They're blind.
Right. They'll just wander off into the cold. All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Chat says they allow it, so go ahead. You can use a D8.
All right, let's do it. It's probably going to be an 8. Actually, I like Bobby. I got a 1.
Hey, we all got
Wow.
Kind of works out.
ones. Except for Caroline, who's frozen.
Yeah.
All right.
No rules.
No, it's rules light,
Thanks, John.
Bobby. It's rules light.
That was the most nonsense way of
As you all continue to move forward, only Caroline being affected by the cold, you eventually make your way towards the closer and closer to the city of Frostforge. And as you do take note of what looks to be a skirmish that's happening directly at the front gates. As you peer in, you see a number of humanoid individuals who seem to be fighting against strange creatures. Their limbs elongated and gaunt, as if hunger has completely taken over their bodies. Frost seems to cling to them immaculately, almost as if icicles seem to draw down from their major points, their elbows, their chins, even the sides of their head, where two small pointed horns turn over. Make a check for me to determine whether or not you know what this creature is.
10.
Also 10.
8. Immunity.
7.
7. You have no idea what these creatures are. You may have faced them in the past, but with this group, I'm assuming that no one was taking notes at that point.
No, I guarantee Zidane has fought these things in the past.
Most likely. All right, with that said,
Just forgotten.
Just completely forgot it.
you watch as a few of what you would assume to be the town guards now going down after being viciously attacked and brutally clawed at and spit at by these creatures as more and more continue to fall. The city gates remain closed at this point in time, with a few archers that sit on the wall line trying to pelt the strange grouping of creatures down below. From your best count, you can see there is about 4 of them continuing to attack the gate, as well as the remaining guards that stand out front. What would you guys like to do?
All right, you bunch of rats. It's time for a hunt. A golden hunt.
We don't need the catchphrases. We could just
That was a
handle it.
really cool. That was a really cool moment. I'm very invigorated.
For
Are you
glory.
invigorated?
Charge.
All right. Hemlock turns right in the middle of Zidane's speech and immediately rushes towards the battlefield.
Feel Monica's wrath.
Caroline,
the rest of you,
yeah.
what are we
As-
doing?
Yeah.
I guess.
No, as
I mean-
Bobby's charging in, he's Zoltak's just gonna hobbly, like feebly waddle behind him. He's like, "Have at thee!" holding up his cane in the air, kind of.
Do you hobble?
Yeah, he's it's deep snow.
I'm gonna pick you up. I'll like and then put you onto my like shoulder haunch and then like do the whole
perfect. Gonna be like, aha! And he's gonna be hanging on.
and if I can, I'd like to
Alright.
step on Caroline before as I charge through.
Okay, perfect. God!
All right, so Hemlock is charging into battle, Monica drawn, while Zoltak is semi-riding Zidane as you charge forwards over top of Caroline.
Yeah.
Great.
Fantastic. All right.
I keep forgetting who she is because she has the party hat on, and I don't recognize when her face shape changes. Like you know, like how an
None of
animal
us are wearing a party hat. Like if we were in a
Yeah.
party, we would all have party hats on.
Yeah, we've never done that before.
All
I
right.
wish I had
Fair
a
enough.
party hat here.
Caroline, go ahead and make another check for me. Again,
Great.
to see if you can withstand the cold once more.
Well, that's a 2 this time.
A 2. Now completely accustomed to the brain freeze that's taken over. You are no longer cold. And I need you all to roll a reaction for me. So roll a check with a d12.
In regards to what?
Ooh.
Just a 12.
I rolled a 1.
This is for what purpose?
This
though?
is essentially for initiative.
Okay.
I got a
gotcha.
2.
Yeah, 2.
Oh, I've got an 8.
Okay. Zoltak, what did you roll?
Oh, 2.
2.
Oh, you both rolled a 2?
Yeah. Kinda worked out.
Okay, play rock, paper, scissor with each other on screen right now to see who goes first. Caroline, what did you roll?
A 1.
You can go.
All right.
This is fine.
Zoltak wins. Zoltak goes first.
Dynamite.
So Caroline is going to be going first, followed by Zoltak, followed by Z, and then finally Hemlock.
Yeah, Hemlock's Velcro came undone again.
Fair.
So mid-charge,
Yeah,
he had to
Yeah.
read.
It was the one that got snow in it, so the Velcro doesn't stick as well.
Yeah. The powder gets stuck to the Velcro, and it's all
Yeah,
fucked
dude.
now.
As
Couple of
it
those little
does.
birds
As it
and
does. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to be entering into a combat situation right now against what you would know out of game as Wendigos. In game, you have no idea. You just see basically 8-foot tall, gangly looking creatures that are somewhat furred, albeit that it looks very matted from the snow and waters, as well as some icicles that seem to be hanging off of them. They continue to scratch and spit at the town guard as they continue. A few of them try to scratch at the gate, trying to get through. With that said, Caroline, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Caroline graciously just sidestepping Zidane. She rolls her eyes. Ugh, God, how did I get stuck with these people? And she'll take out her crossbow, and she'll just say, as she's aiming it, or whatever, putting the eyeliner up her part, she's aiming it, she'll just say, what's your sword's name? Monica? Hemlock?
Monica.
Yeah.
Okay. She'll aim it at one of the fuzzy beasts that she doesn't know what they are, and she'll just say, Jeremy's always been better than Monica, and fire the crossbow.
What does that mean? Kind of fucking.
What metagaming bullshit is this? You wouldn't know Jeremy. You're literally on the other side of the world right now.
I love how Jeremy
Jeremy
the
gets
Pig is the
around.
most popular one on the continent. We need a whole
No,
prequel
I didn't mean
series of
Jeremy the Pig. This is Jeremy from the Vampire Diaries, because he's a vampire.
fuck's sakes!
Oh,
Oh.
sorry, Raina. None of us really kept up with this.
Yeah.
I never watched that show.
Guys, I'm playing Caroline from the Vampire Diaries.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm not good at catching on to these things.
Can I trample Caroline again?
Yes, you can. Also, Kaz, if you could make note that the Caroline was able to find some old tomes known as the Vampire Diaries that included some guy named
100%.
Jeremy in it for me. Thanks. Fuck's sakes.
Amazing.
Okay.
All right. So, sorry, are you trying to shoot Monica with Jeremy?
No, I'm sure. Jeremy is her crossbow. She's
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so you have a crossbow named Jeremy, and Hemlock has
Yeah.
a sword named Monica.
I want someone to put a poll up right now. Which is better, Monica or Jeremy?
Elvie, could you start a poll to let chat
Yeah.
decide if Jeremy is better than Monica? I don't know what prerequisites these are based
We
on.
need to know. Jeremy the crossbow, not the pig. Very specific, chat.
Is there any other names of weapons or items that we should be aware of going into this? Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm gonna name my my fists. So my left hand is Randy and my right hand is Hogan.
Great. Randy and Hogan join the battle. Zoltak, what about you,
Glad I
bud?
inspired all this.
You got anything you
Zoltak,
want to name?
Yeah, Zoltak's book is the Vampire Diaries. It's,
The abridged version.
I'm sorry. Wait, are you naming it your book, The Vampire Diaries?
That's the spell book. Yeah, it's clearly just an old tome. This is the Vampire Diaries on the front he's reading from.
Okay, so it now canonically, is it the same Vampire Diaries that Caroline is talking about, or have you just named the book Vampire Diaries?
You know what, Dave? I'm gonna let the lore deeper decide that. I don't know.
It's actually just 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, actually, it could just be really
It's the
like
Hunger Games.
sexy.
He's reading the Hunger Games. Let's.
It's
All right,
100 ways
yeah.
to use butter.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
fair.
god.
A
Yes.
legendary tome in its name. Amazing.
Oh,
It
God.
changes every time you look at it. It's whatever the user wants it.
Okay.
You keep changing the sleeve for the cover like every time.
We're
Got a
fighting.
Velcro clip on
Can
the
you
front.
make an attack roll with Jeremy's Caroline, please?
Yeah. So sorry. I roll a.
50 Shades of Hungry Vampires. Exactly. Thanks, Mark.
Okay. It says.
And how to use
okay,
butter with them.
For my talent, I have sharpshooting.
Okay.
And it says when wielding a projectile weapon, you can attack creatures beyond the normal's weapon range. If you do, the attack must use a d12. So what does it use if I'm not beyond the normal range?
Then you would use a D10.
Okay.
So D10 are made with for all attacks. Hold on, let me confirm. If nothing applies, use a D10. Attacks without a weapon must be a D12. So all attacks are based on a D12 or D10, unless you're
Okay.
using your fists. Like
Okay.
I don't know, someone named Randy and whatever the fuck
Hogan.
the other one was.
Okay.
Good.
Hogan,
Okay.
right?
Who's Randy Hogan?
Whoa! That's a 2!
Amazing. Well done. The hit connects as you let Jeremy loose as he one of his flights jettison out from the crossbow directly into one of the Wendigo's backs. It lets out a horrible screech echoing through the nights. Is there any movement you would like to do? Right now you're situated at roughly about 100 yards from the front gates. There seems to be 2 Wendigo that are continuing to battle against 2 of the remaining town guard, while 2 more are now advancing on the gate itself.
Yeah, she'll just get a little bit closer so she's not so far away. And as she's trudging through the snow, she'll just say, "That's what you get when you're doing bad things."
Okay, it's not dead.
What's not dead? I know.
Oh,
So she's talking.
you're
to
just
the-
getting
the-
closer to
Talk
it.
shit.
Okay.
Yes,
So-
yeah.
So
Shit talking.
the Wendigo
I feel like
takes
you're gonna drop a lot of like references that I'm not going to understand, nor like maybe half the chat because we don't watch the Vampire Diaries.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
She's
Oh my God.
This is
referencing
for
a
me.
show that came out 10 fucking years ago. So very topical, to say the least.
This is for me, okay? Leave me alone. I love this show and I'm obsessed right now, okay?
She's going to watch this back and relive her glory days as she played Caroline, the cheerleader from fucking
Yeah,
Vampire
guys, you'll have to
Diaries.
watch this
Yeah,
one shot.
guys,
and then
if you
go
want
back and
if you
watch
want
the
this
Vampire
all to
Diaries.
yeah,
So you're gonna
exactly.
need to
If you
finish
want this
Vampire
all to
Diaries
make
first.
sense, go ahead and watch what is it? 10 years of the Vampire, 8 years worth of Vampire Diaries, as well as the spin-off shows. This will totally all make sense to you. All right, so you continue to move forward towards the Wendigo. Next up is... Uh-oh. What just
Zaltak.
happened?
Zaltak.
Zaltak. Yep, Zaltak, you're up next. What would you like to do?
Zaltak's going to, as he's riding on the back of this great beast with his wand, his staff in hand, he's going to be like,
Keep in mind,
"Oh,
you're
it's so
flung
big."
over the back of him, so technically you're looking at the opposite direction of the battle.
I pictured it like he flung me on the back and I was like standing proudly on his neck.
Like
there.
yeah, like I imagine like, you know, a dad with a kid, you know, like holding onto his ankles and just being like doing the horsey ride.
Oh, so you're piggyback.
Piggyback. Kind of.
Essentially.
Well, no, piggyback would be if he's on my back, but
Shoulder
he's on my
ride,
shoulders.
shoulder
so-
ride.
Yeah, you're
I'm
doing
like,
you're
like
doing
he
a
could
shoulder
grab my
ride.
feet right here.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
make a check for me, Zaltak. Well, actually, Zaltak and Zidane, both make a check for me. Zoltak, to see if you can remain seated properly and are able to see the battle in front of you for the accuracy.
Okay.
Zidane,
Okay.
I don't know, just roll a check to see if you can hold on to Zoltak.
Can I get a instead of a D12, can I knock that down because I have the wrestler talent and I have bonuses to grappling and gripping,
Sure.
Ooh.
Yes.
That makes sense.
which is why
I
my
have night
fists are
vision,
named.
Dave. Can I like knock it down? Because
Fuck's sakes, Nate. No.
I got a 7.
7. Okay.
I got a 3.
A 3. Okay. Zoltak, you continue to hold on the best that you can, albeit you feel your hands slipping. Zidane continues to hold on to your ankles proper. Eventually, you let go with your hands as you flip backwards, now completely parallel to the ground. What would you like to do?
Perfect. So I guess I'm just kind of looking at his ankles as we're running on the ground.
Yep. No. You'd be facing backwards, so you'd be very close to the
Yes.
snow, albeit watch. So you'd be looking at the tracks that you guys are making right now.
Yeah, imagine that Zidane is wearing a like a Zaltak cape as he's running
Yeah,
forward.
Exactly.
Kinda.
So
Yeah.
my face is like in ass cheek, bouncing.
And they are
Monocle
clapping, so you know.
Yeah, 100%. They're thick. So yeah, no. So then he's going to be like, oh, as he kind of see the book is held on by a chain. It's kind of hanging there, and he's like, I know there's something in here somewhere. And he's going to like, it's this one, and he'll frantically mutter the words as he goes, magic bubble, stop my fall, and it'll go to like into this magical inflatable bubble in his head that's going to like perfectly stop his fall and make the situation way better. Instead, you see fire just erupt from the book. He's like, wrong one! But what I'll do is I do have a spell here. Now, it's a bit weird, but it's called Fireball. Now, it's broken up into a couple different, like, subtexts.
Okay.
It says, cause flames to move.
Okay.
You can use this to do a ranged attack, which you can use a D10. So it says I can use this as a ranged attack, but no, I can just use the flames to move. So
Okay.
I'd like to use and redirect the flames onto Randy and Hogan.
Oh, okay. So you want to
Oh.
set Zidane's hands on fire.
Right, now it's magical fire, so it's going to be hovering just above his hands, so it's not burning it. But yeah, I'm going to assign the fire to his hands, so he has fire hands.
Ooh, I like that a lot. You know what? I'm going to give you what I would guess would be inspiration for this.
Okay.
You can roll 2 D8s for this and take the lower.
We find an 8 here. That's a 1?
Oh, natural
two.
1!
Natural 1.
That's a good
When you need it the
thing.
most.
We're excited for natural ones, baby. Okay, if that's the case, then Zidane, you watch as your hands erupt into fire. Although it doesn't burn, it is very off-putting a little bit. But at the same time, you forget why it happened in the first place almost immediately after it happened.
Yeah, it's always like that.
Ah, yep. Clearly my hands have always been made of fire.
Right. No, exactly. You definitely have fire hands. All right. Zoltak, that is your action. So we'll go ahead and say, Zidane, you're up next. What would you like to do?
Okay, I want to be very dramatic with this, just to see what I can do. Right? I'm just pushing the boundaries of this game. Right? Just seeing where we can go.
Yeah, because
So
you
what I wanna
haven't been
do-
doing that so far. We have been playing this very much by the rules as they've been
Look,
stated.
Throw me at the
all
bad
I've done,
guy.
all I've done is struggle and step on Reyna. Okay, so that's
Struggle with what? You forgot everything so far.
Okay, so I'm going to grab onto Zaltak and I want to throw Zaltak into the air.
You're going to throw... Okay. All right. You're going to
Yeah,
throw
but hear me out.
Zoltak.
Okay, so
yeah.
no, I'm going to throw him into the air, but I'm going to throw him forward, right?
Okay.
And then what I want to do is I want to use the flaming fists, and I want to do a gorilla kind of leap forward and like clench both fists and like slam down onto one of these like Wendigo creature things. And as I hit them, I want to use my power control earth. And I basically want, because what I can do is I can cause earth, stone, or dirt to move. I want to kind of move I want to like kind of change the configuration of like the stone and allow it to kind of allow the passage of this dude and basically like with jet forces from these flames, basically pile him into the ground and like underground, and then catch like princess catch Zaltak as he lands.
So you've described 3 actions there. You get 1.
Okay.
I'll allow you to throw Zaltak and then decide whether you want to do a ground pound on one of the Wendigos or do Control Earth.
Okay, ground pound.
Okay, you're going with
Donkey
ground
Kong
pound.
style.
Okay, fair enough. Zaltak, make a check for me to not get slammed into the city gate wall as you have just been hucked by a giant gorilla.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, and Zidane, go ahead and make an attack for me.
Okay.
Yeah, Zaltak, you've just been yeeted. Congratulations. It's probably goes well with your Jordans.
I got 5,
what does-
and it's Bobby.
Ooh,
Zaltak.
Kaz, write that down. The creator of Jordans is a company called Yeet and Jordans.
All right. What is
I got a 5. Dude.
what is the can I use effort to help me at all?
You can use 3 effort points to attempt to, I guess, gain advantage.
No, I'll be fine. Okay, I got a 3.
You got a 3. Okay, fair enough. As you come crashing down on the Wendigo, you feel your fists crunch him down into the ground as it sinks down into the heavy snow. The Wendigo takes 1 point of damage, as well as your companion Zaltak, as he immediately gets flung, smashing up against the otherwise stone brick wall.
Do I then catch him?
No,
He hit the wall.
hit the wall.
I'm going to pretend like I'm waiting for him to fall, like, you know that moment where you're like, huh, huh, and then from behind me. Just...
Oh,
Shit.
All right. With that said, it is the Wendigo's turn. Caroline, go ahead and make a check for me to try and avoid the attack of the Wendigo as it leans back and attempts to spit directly in your face.
Ew.
Like an alpaca.
Very much like an alpaca, yes.
The
You're
worst.
muted, you dingus.
It'd be an 8.
It's an 8.
Yes.
All right. You feel the spit hit you directly in the face. The strange concoction doesn't seem caustic at all or corrosive. Instead, you feel as if your life drains away from you in a necrotic manner. You lose 1 health point.
Ew! You're so gross. Okay.
Hemlock, I need you to go ahead and make an avoidance check as well. In fact, I need all of you to make avoidance checks.
I'll be rolling with a D10 because I'm a knight and also a badass.
Okay, fair enough.
3.
3. Okay. As you hold up your shield, as the Wendigo comes up and begins to claw at you, you are easily able to evade its claws. Zaltak, as you hit the wall, sliding down a little bit in cartoon fashion, one of the Wendigos that was attempting to go and enter through the actual gate itself by breaking through it. Go ahead and make an avoid check for me.
I got a 7.
A 7. Unfortunately, that does not beat its attack as it claws against you as well. You lose another health point.
My word.
Zidane, the Wendigo that you've just pounded into the ground, eventually pushes itself up and takes aim, holding its head back and spitting forward towards you. Go ahead and make an avoidance roll.
That is a 5.
A 5. You are able to avoid the spit. As you've forgotten what you were doing, you turn around, trying to remember or recall. The spit flies directly over top of your shoulder. And last in
Hey,
the
I found a
round,
shoe.
I hope it's a Edis. Hemlock, you are up. What would you like to do?
You disgusting monsters.
Now, who are you talking to? Are you talking to the Wendigo or
Wendigo.
one of your party members?
Wendigos.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
I know it's hard to differentiate.
Fair.
You disgusting monsters. Come on. Break yourselves against my shield, Bridget. He pulls out his shield, and I'd like to use my combat action to use shield cover. So all allies within melee range may use a D8 on avoidance checks until the start of my next turn.
Ooh, okay, so that would be Caroline and Zdene. Zoltak, you're a little far away. You're about 20 yards away from them, outside of range. Anything else you'd like to do, Hemlock? You do have movement.
Only if I can use my... Well, I'm planted in melee, I think, if that's where I'm at.
Yep.
Can I use effort points to taunt the Wendigo?
I'll allow it. Hold on. I would say, okay, so you can use an effort to encourage one of your companions. So I'm going to say you can go ahead and use the opposite to taunt as well.
Cool. I will do so.
Okay, fair enough. How do you taunt the Wendigo?
Monica and Bridget.
He'll look at one. You look like you're made of a bunch of sticks and branches. You're a piece of shit monster. You're gonna die. By
The
Monica's
Wendigo.
name. And he'll just hold his sword out at it.
The Wendigo tilts its head a little bit at you, confused, but intimidated. Clearly not understanding common, but scared as shit either way with that mighty
podcast.
Monica and Bridget at your side. I'm just glad you didn't call your shield Chandler. All right, that takes us back to the top of the round. Caroline, you're up. What would you like to do?
All right. Caroline will again cock Jeremy.
Wow.
Say,
Consent, very important.
she'll just say, if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. And she'll fire her crossbow again at the same Wendigo she initially shot.
All right, fair enough.
Load, Reyna, load.
But it was so much more fun to say cock.
As you now,
A one!
a one.
Hey.
Boo, 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 boo,
All
boo,
your
boo,
load,
boo,
Reyna, back to Reyna.
All right, as you cock Jeremy, Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
You let loose
We
with the
are
trigger
children.
as it's the flight once again flying out from the end of Jeremy, smashing it directly in the heart at this point. You watch as the Wendigo now falls to the ground, the bright flame-like burning within its eyes, now falling dead and still.
Caroline will use her movement to walk closer to the next one, but still staying within melee or whatever, distant range, or whatever the fuck it's called. And she'll look over at Hemlock and say, "See, that's how you get things done. Okay, just follow how I do things, and we'll be okay."
Whatever you say, weird lady. As long as you're killing monsters.
All right, if that's going to end your turn, that takes us to Zoltak. Zoltak, having been thrown up against the wall and then scratched at by one of the Wendigos, what would you like to do, my friend?
Zoltak, very, very banged up at this point, like arm out of socket. He's barely hanging on. You see him sort of look at the other one. He's like, "Yeah, you've made me bring out my true power." And he's going to pick up the book. He's going to be like, "Behold, the true visage of myself, my true power personified." And he's, "Ha!" And over to the left side of the Wendigo, he's going to cast Illusion as a power. And I could do one of 5 sensory effects. I'm going to make it visual. It's essentially minor illusion.
Okay.
But it looks like it has a bit more to it. So the illusion can't do damage. If the creature tries to investigate, they have to make a check so I can fool them. The illusion lasts until I dismiss it. Essentially, he's going to make another version of him But seeing as how the way spellcasting works in this, I believe I can only do rank 1 of this right now. So I can only do something that is half my size. So it's
Okay.
going to be him, but scaled down to like a half version of him with a giant, like, freaky head.
All right, so
And-
a pocket-sized Zoltek now appears
Yeah, so
directly
he's like,
beside
behold
you.
my true visage, and you just see this thing like, Even
Does his head, like, wobble?
one. Yeah, it's horrible. It's just absolutely horrible.
All right, fair.
It is going to try to distract the Wendigo.
All right, go ahead and make a check for me to distract the Wendigo. Because of the power of the illusion, we're gonna set it at we'll set it at a 7.
Cool. Now it doesn't say what dice I use with the illusion, so I assume it's 12.
Yeah, if there's ever a check, it's a D12.
That's an 11. Does nothing.
All right. The Wendigo just wipes its hand through the illusion as it disappears.
Okay, cool. I guess I'm done.
All right, fair enough. You do have movement speed if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, I could try to move it closer to Bobby, but does he get an opportunity attack?
No, there's no such thing as opportunity attacks in this
Okay,
game.
then yeah, I'll move closer to Bobby.
Okay, you begin to wind your way
My
through the
name's Sir
snow
Hemlock.
as
Sir, you're right. And he's like, oh, Sir Hemlock. Oh, Sir Hemlock, help me.
Get
Works
behind
that
me,
way
frail old man.
Oh, all right. Well, if that's the case, Zoltak, you now also gain the benefit of the shield cover.
Cool.
All right, fair enough. That wraps up your turn. Zendaya, what are you doing?
I'm going to. So, seeing the Wendigo being solely responsible for how injured my friend is, I'm going to look over and be like, "Oh no, Zoltak, you've been injured by this Wendigo, you mother!" And I'm going to reach over and I'm going to grab him and basically just start like gorilla freaking. Like I'm not even like using any kind of like martial art or anything. I've just like used Hogan, grabbed onto his leg, and just started just slamming him against everything. This is part of my wrestler's thing where when I'm holding onto a creature, I can just basically squeeze them, crush them, fling them around, and deal damage. So I'm gonna do that.
Okay, yeah, good question. Which fist is Hogan?
Hogan is my right hand, and Randy is my left.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Because when I Hulk out, I use my right hand.
All right, go ahead and make an attack for me.
I don't.
That's 3.
Randy is the perfect stranger. 3.
Yes.
No.
Shame.
No.
All right, with a 3,
Nice.
you do smash the Wendigo. You feel his bones and the sound of his bones continue to break as you stop. The Wendigo lays lifeless at your hands.
I kind of do the Hulk thing where I lift him up and check, and then just give him a few more.
All right, fair enough. It is now the Wendigo's turn with 2 of them left. Zoltek, the one that was attacking you, continues to barrage at the front gates. It looks like they're able to break through some of the wooden portcullis. Most likely, probably another 2 swipes, and it'll be able to make its way through and into the city proper. The other still in combat with Hemlock at this point. Who are you directly behind at this point? What would you like to do? Or wait, no, Hemlock it's your turn. My bad. No, wait. Fuck. This backwards
Wendigo's turns, right?
initiative is fucking with me. So it's the Wendigo's turn. I need Hemlock. Go ahead and make an evasion check. The other is going to continue to break at the gate.
It's a D8. Avoidance.
That's for you, Hemlock. There, it's
for
attacking
me?
you. Yeah.
Oh, it's attacking me. Okay. 5.
A 5. It continues to try and scratch at you, but Bridget is just too thick, and just too hardy.
Pathetic, disgusting monster. Just start taking hits.
All right, fair enough. Hemlock, it is your turn now. What would you like to do?
My turn. Ace Monica's wrath. Coming out of the shield cover, he's going to slash across its gut with Monica.
All right. You're going to try and stick 9 hard inches of Monica into the monster. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
I don't know what that is. 12, I think.
It's a D10.
Yes.
D12 is
10.
with no weapon. D10 with a weapon.
D10. Tree.
Tree. You are easily able to carve the letter M into the chest of the Wendigo. It takes 1 point of damage and is not looking good right now.
He's just gonna flap his cape behind him.
Okay,
Making a
you begin to
flourish.
begin to fap. Caroline, you're up. What would you like to do?
Perfect. She will just look at Hemlock and say, "That's not how you do it. This is how you do it." And she will cock Jeremy again.
This person sucks. I've never seen the Vampire Diaries, but from what I can collect here, Caroline's a fucking asshole.
She kind of is. She kind of is, to be fair. she's very high-strung, high maintenance, and she only has a few moments of
Okay,
really
Bobby,
niceness.
hot
Okay.
take, hot tip right now. Don't start talking about the Vampire Diaries right now. We'll never get through this
We'll be here
fucking session.
forever.
We're gonna be here. We're gonna hear a full essay on this.
Understood.
Okay, all right. That is a 5.
A 5. All right. Wait. Oh, you were cocking back.
Yeah, my crossbow. It's the
Okay.
only action I can take in battle.
I mean, you could do other things. Just
I
get
suppose I could
get a
just
little
kill
creative
them
with it.
kindness.
You
but-
could try and undo his shoelaces. You never know. I mean, anything could work.
Okay, I'll be more creative on my next turn.
Okay, fair enough. As Jeremy flies free once again, you do once again hit the creature directly in the opposite chest, or in the opposite side of his chest, almost marking the very top of the M that Hemlock has just carved into it. It's looking really badly beaten up at this point in time. Is there any movement you'd like to take?
She's at a good range. She'll just I don't know. She'll just look at Hemlock and say, "Well, you get what I mean. You get what I mean."
No, that's good much you're saying right there.
All right, with that said, Zoltek, you now hiding behind, I guess, both Caroline and Hemlock. What would you like to do?
Zoltak at this point, he's like, "Oh, it's time to show these things of what for?" And he's going to step out and again is going to do fireball and he's going to grab flames from a nearby torch, kind of whip it into a bit of a dart, and then shoot it forward at one of the Wendigos.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
D10. It's a 3.
A 3, as you cast your fireball upon this Wendigo creature. It immediately goes up into flames and starts calling out, "Baroo! Baroo!" as it starts to run around in a circle, falling down to the ground, continuing to run around slightly while it's still on the ground, very reminiscent to some old bards known as the Three Stooges, before it starts to slow. You watch as the flames leave its eyes, while the rest of the flames continue to envelop its entire body. Slowly, it begins to wind down like a broken clock before it stops moving. One Wendigo left, attacking the front gate still. Zidane. Zayday.
Zidane.
Yep, that one.
It sounds like a cold and flu medicine. Like you have the Zidane pills and then you got the
Zidane
Zidane pills.
side effects has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna just start
contains
calling
side
you
effects
allergy
such as
pills.
yeah, big old ass whooping. All right. So Zidane normally like walks with like that gorilla haunch, you know, like just sort of hunched over and using his knuckles to kind of walk on the ground.
Yep.
But he sort of stands up, and as he does so, his back kind of strains. He's still holding the Wendigo as he walks over to the gate. You watch as he sort of like does one of these shoulder thingies, you know, just to kind of like get all the old bones creaking, and he grabs by holding the Wendigo by the ankles. He then just starts to and I'm gonna hit
Hold
this
on.
Wendigo
Hold on.
with another Wendigo.
You're trying to a 7-foot tall Wendigo. You're going to try and nunchuck him into the other one.
I think it
Yes.
makes sense.
How tall are you?
I am 6'7".
Fantastic. Go ahead and make a check for me first to see if you knock yourself out as you flip this thing around.
Done. I'm gonna spend 3 effort to roll with advantage.
Aren't you a shaman?
Yeah. No one told me how to play a shaman.
All right, fair.
Well, I
Wendigo
didn't
nunchuck.
think I
All
rolled
right.
a 2, and on advantage, it's a 5. So yeah, 2.
A 2. All right. Well, you
Sorry, I
somehow.
did presume. I presume advantage is rolled twice and take the lower.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so 2.
All right. As you burn 3 of your effort points, you begin to whip back and forth over top of your shoulders. The rest of you watch, dumbfounded at what exactly is happening right now. But because of all of the broken bones otherwise within the Wendigo's body, it moves around very slinkishly. Kind of like he's just flipping around a wet noodle at this point. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay, and that is with a D12. That is a 1.
Hey!
Natural 1! Boo! All right, fair enough. As you continue to swing it around over your head, you march upon this other Wendigo that clearly isn't paying any attention at all, clearly focused on the front gates, as you begin to batter it over and over and over again. It turns around right in time. You continue to whip it back and forth, blood now spurting out of its mouth. The rest of you watch as Zidane continues to beat a Wendigo to death with another Wendigo.
Very good.
Yeah.
What was the Wendigo's name, Dave?
Why you come to one-shots on Careful Cantrip.
Oh, this is what they paid for. All right. So, with that said, combat officially ends as the remaining Wendigo lie dead on the ground. You hear an eruption of cheers coming from the wall, from the archers, who clearly are terrible at the job, not capable of hitting any of the Wendigos, not more than 30 feet in front of them. As you watch as the portcullis of almost broken portcullis now begin to make its way upward, giving you entrance towards the entrance of Frostforge.
Zoltak, as he's seeing the adoring fans, he's like, oh, thank you. I, Zoltak, and my crew here, we are responsible for your savior. Please feel free to tip as often as you can. As he kind of walks in, he's holding out his hat, looking for money from the adoring fans.
All right, go ahead and make a check for me.
All right.
While he's doing that, Hemlock is going to walk over and put his hand on Zoltak's shoulder. Zalmanek, that was some really good work you did back there. That must have worked
thank
out
you.
good.
Yeah, my finest moment yet. I totally knew what I was doing. It was completely
Shut
intentional.
up! There's more monsters to slay. As he marches inward.
I did roll a 1, actually. So.
You rolled a 1 as you hold your hat out. The entire most of the guards that are remaining have come down from the wall, all of them clapping, now seeing your outstretched hand, most of them shoveling coins into it. From your best guess, you and your friends, from your heroic deeds, have most likely made about 50 to 70 gold pieces.
Oh, this is just splendid. I'll use it for my dry cleaning, and he'll put it in his pocket. All of it.
All right.
Hey, Zeltak, you can't take all of that. I
All of
did
what,
most
my
of
dear?
the work.
You may have one of these party hats that I've tamed. Here's your reward. He'll go ahead and give you a party hat back.
This was
Is it
supposed
from
to
a
be
far
your.
off mystic land, those party hats?
No, this is supposed to be your party hat, and Caroline will forcefully put it on Zeltak, or attempt to.
As you do, you're realizing you're forcibly trying to put this on an old man who is very, very damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Seeing this, Zidane starts singing "Happy Birthday" again.
Now, do you refute the hat, Zoltak?
I don't think he physically can, Dave.
Okay. Okay.
don't-
Is he still alive
I
right
physically
now?
don't
Good
think-
point.
Barely. He has
Okay.
1 health left.
All
and
right.
he is
Fantastic.
a very aged man.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Fair enough. As you all enter
I'm
into
just-
the city.
He'll allow himself to be bullied, you know?
Okay. As you all enter into the city, cheers erupt all around you. However, one stands out particularly. A bit of a slow clap. As you see a female orcish woman begin to approach you. The rest of the guard now moving to the side, showing a level of respect to this ogreish woman. She seems to be adorned in the same garb and armor, with the same sigils and bearings as those of the rest of the town guard, albeit her attire seems more than just your typical leather armor. In this case, you can see some level of what you would know as plate mail. With hands behind her back and head held high, she approaches all of you. Ah, I see the Golden Hunt has heard our cries and come to assist. For that, I'm ever so grateful. I'm Captain of the Guard, Bonica.
Caroline looks at Hemlock.
You can't make out any. He has a visor over his like full helm. So he's not looking at Bonica. He's looking off in the distance. And you can't get any read on him whatsoever. But he seems to be muttering to himself.
Okay.
Gotta sleep.
Who is the leader of this chapter?
Oh, that would be me.
That would be me.
No, definitely me.
Okay,
The young
make a
ones,
check
they
to
think
decide
that's
who
all
the
God.
leader of this chapter is.
All right.
Okay.
A D12 or 10?
D12.
Okay. Sorry. Oh my god, my dice rolled all the way under here. What is it? A 7.
7.
I rolled a
Zoltak?
12.
I got a 10.
10.
It's definitely not Hemlock.
Zidane, do you remember what you're doing right now?
I have absolutely no idea what we're doing. I am
Fair
still
enough.
thinking that this, like when we walked in and we were having party hats and everyone was clapping, Zidane is like,
This is the most exciting birthday I've ever been to. Everyone's come out. It's amazing.
and they're just throwing money at Zoltak. My God,
All right,
Such
Caroline,
generous people here.
you are seen as the leader of this group at this point.
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to respond to Captain Bonica?
She walks up, arms crossed. She sits in one hip, and she says, "I'm the leader. What does it matter to you?"
Well, of course, we would like to sing your praise and thanks for assisting us in the battle. Had it not been for you, our whole town would have been rummaged and ruined.
Oh, that's actually quite nice. Yes, it was mostly me. My group kind of helped, but I did all the heavy lifting, so you're welcome.
Yes, well, unfortunately, this is only a temporary reprieve for us. For this is not the first attack that we faced by the Wendigo. They've come many times over the last few weeks, always with the same ferocity as you've just faced yourselves. We've barely been able to fight them back. Many lives have been lost. If only a group of heroes like yourselves could do away with them at their source.
Well, I mean, that's what we kind of came here for. So, where's their source?
You're here to save us from the source, then.
Well, we'll talk about it. Just give me more information first.
Well, we've been able to send out a few of our scouts. And we can tell you that further to the east, there lies a dormant and frozen volcano. At the foot of the volcano, a large entrance into what we can only assume to be a cave network. That seems to be where the Wendigo are coming from.
You know, just I have to ask. It may be inappropriate, but did you guys do anything to piss the Wendigos off?
Make a check for me.
12 or 10?
12. Always a 12 unless you have something in your traits or skills or stumbles or... Wait. Talents?
I
No.
have a...
Traits, talents, or stumbles. Stumbles is the one.
I have a attractive. Oh, but this is just to make people spend time with me. Okay, sorry, that's a 3.
So you're a floozy, is what they're saying. All right. Sorry, what did you roll?
3.
A 3. Bonica doesn't say anything in particular back to you, but you can tell that she's not giving you the full story.
Okay, well, I'm a pretty perceptive person, so why don't you just tell me what you're hiding from me so that we can best protect ourselves and best protect you instead of being surprised in the cave?
There's nothing that we're hiding.
Oh god, I
Don't
hate
sweat the
this.
details, Erica. Bone Che Che here. Just wants us to kill some monsters. So let's do it.
Caroline will turn and she's gonna face the group, but then I realize Zoltak and Zidane are fucking useless.
You're just poking a dead rat in the middle of the street.
Oh.
Should turn to Hemlock.
Yeah, as you turn around, Hemlock is looking in a completely different direction, although head held very high, his cape billowing in the wind, of course. Zoltak, yes, poking a dead rat, talking to one of the guards. And Zidane seems to be just smiling, clapping, singing happy birthday once again to who knows.
Seeing that her group is not even there, she's going to put her hand on the shoulder of this person. I forget their name, I'm sorry. And she'll just say... No cello?
Boncello.
Bon-
Bonica.
Bonica.
It's Bonica.
Captain Bonica.
She's gonna put her hand on the shoulder of Bonica, and she's gonna get real close, and she's gonna say, "I'm not an idiot. I'm actually a really smart person. I know a lot of people think that I'm not smart because of how I look, but I'm actually pretty smart, and I know you're hiding something from me, and if it fucks us over in the end, you're gonna have me to deal with, because I will survive. I'm a survivor."
I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna work harder.
Make a check for me to see if you can intimidate.
It's an 11.
She furrows her brow and cocks one eye toward you, very similar to how you cocked Jeremy, and says, "Best of luck."
We don't need luck, Bontango. We're good. Monster slaying good.
Oh my god, Zoltak, you're so injured. How did this happen to you? Who did this to my friend? We need to get you medical attention. I'm gonna see if we can find a way to heal Zoltak.
Oh my boy, don't fuss. This is just a normal day for me in my
It looks like you ran into a castle wall. It's awful. Oh, we need to fix you before we go into a volcano and fight things.
Yes, and maybe find a new lens for my monocle. As you see, it's just shattered from hitting the castle wall.
So you would know that a rest would allow for your your companions to heal.
Right. Looks like you could use a good nap. I know a good thing or two about a good nap. Come on, let's find a good spot. And I'm gonna go find a comfy spot to have a nap with. I'm gonna put him. I'm gonna do like the mama gorilla thing, you know, when they like have the kid like in their arms, they just sort of rock them to sleep.
Unhand me! Put me down!
No,
how
sugar
dare
cane.
you!
Let the fur embrace you. It's warm. It's safe.
Unhand me!
You're comfortable. Yes, you're rocking on the ocean, and yes, there's
Zoltak
there's a
slowly
wizard.
falls.
As you find yourself
my
in the warm bosom of your gorilla ally, taking a little bit of a nap. What are the rest of you doing? Are we continuing our adventure towards the frozen volcano?
I mean, we could all
We could all nap.
nap.
Moose is having a dream. If y'all are hearing.
Yes, that's what I was hearing. I was
He's
concerned.
like, don't
for
go to the
Moose.
frozen volcano.
He's running.
Yeah, we
Evil
could all.
doesn't rest a doo-doo.
Oh, okay.
All right, somebody needs to wake me up.
Well, I actually need to rest because I was attacked. So, Hemlock, can you wake up, Zidane?
I can do anything.
Okay, hold on. Are you all just having a nap in the center of town right now before you go on this mission?
No.
I
No,
found
no,
it's
no,
in
no.
ours. Everything else
I
is up
found
to
a
you.
I found a dirty alleyway.
Oh, please no. Well, look, Zidane, we are all. You know what? Let's just find a tavern. It's fine. Let's just find a tavern, okay?
I suppose.
I'm still gonna hold his like sleeping body.
Okay.
All right. As
Oh, peasants everywhere. They're
It's
everywhere.
okay. The peasants,
They
they
want
can't
my-
get you.
No, they all just want to annoy Caroline. It's fine. Don't worry. The poor will not get you
Lower
here.
economic value.
Yes, no. It's okay. Everyone has a home in this world. Yes. A 401k. It's great. It's wonderful.
Dave.
you eventually find your way to the Nibbling Pony Inn. At this point, you meet with the tavern owner, who looks to you all. Good day to you all. You must be the heroes that I've heard of, the ones who saved our town. Many thanks. If there's anything we can offer you, free of charge.
Well, place to stay would be great.
Yes, well, here are 4 keys. There are just so happens that there are exactly 4 rooms available. Lucky for
Wow.
all of you.
Fantastic. Also, could I get a hot tea to my room and maybe like in a nice teacup or something with like a gold rim or something? That'd be nice.
We will find you some warm tea. Yes, of course. Is there anything else that you would like? Perhaps the small sleeping child in the gorilla's arms.
Oh,
As you hear, as he kind of gestures, you hear Zoltak. He's like, "Did someone say free?" And he kind of wakes up. He gets out of the gorilla's arms, and he's like, "I'm expecting this quest washed and returned in the morning." And he's taking off all his clothes. He's now just in his underwear, standing there beside the gorilla with his cane and his book in his hand.
Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking of that Lord of the Rings gif, if you guys have ever seen it, where it's Gandalf unrobing to be
Yeah.
Gandalf the White, but somebody replaced it with just an old man in underwear. It's the greatest thing in the world. I'll post it in the Discord later, y'all. Look for it.
All right, as a half-naked Zoltek
Fuck it, I'm doing it now.
immediately... Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Immediately strips down in front of the entire tavern as well as his companions. A few oohs and ahs are let out throughout the crowd. Apparently, Zoltak is packing quite a thick wand. Zoltak, is there anything in specific that you're looking for?
He wants his clothes washed and returned in the morning, and then a plate of their finest caviar sent to his room.
Okay. They don't know what caviar is, but they'll send something up.
Right, you figured, yeah.
Okay. You kind of actually make a check for me to try and explain what caviar is to these people.
Okay, so a cool thing is, which it's kind of odd because we use a D12 anyway for natural checks, but Zoltak's flaw is that he's shy. So I have to use D12 for checks, which we already do anyway. So I feel like it's kind of a moot flop.
Fair.
Roll it. That's an 8.
An 8. You do your best to explain what caviar is. We'll see what you get sent up with.
It's like little round balls, and they taste like fishy in your mouth. It's disgusting and very pompous, and I love it.
They taste like fishy. I hate to say it.
I've never personally had caviar. I think
I was about to say, what does fishy taste like? I mean, he's a great guy,
caviar,
but
yeah. Shout out fishy.
Zidane, what are you ordering?
Oh, I'm not ordering anything. As soon as Zaltak, starts stripping off, he just sort of goes, "Oh, I didn't realize it was my birthday." And
Yes, let's go. Fade to black scene in this one shot.
Oh my! Oh,
Zidane forgets what the idea of a banana hammock is as he looks at. What the hell's your name again?
Gorilla wants a banana, and I start flicking like leaves because I don't have money.
No. No! Dave, I'm so sorry.
All of you go to your room, and you find a comfortable bed as all of the items that you've asked for is sent up to your room. You get tea, Caroline.
Did the DM just send the
Hemlock gets whatever the hell he asked for.
I require no sustenance. But
Cool, great. Zaltag, you get an ostrich egg because you have no idea. They have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. And Zidane,
Perfect.
you just fall asleep and forget what you asked for in the first place. You all wake up the next morning. Everybody seems refreshed and fine and enjoying life. What?
Someone has to make a check to wake me up.
Fuck's sake. Someone
Caroline
make a check
and
to wake
Caroline.
Zidane up, please.
Will probably be the first up, and she'll have already done a full yoga workout, and she's got her hair done, full makeup. She's ready to go before anyone's up, and she'll skip over to everybody's rooms. I guess she'll start with Zidane, and she'll knock on the door.
No answer.
Zidane! Ah, fuck! And she'll try and... Actually, no, wait. She's not the real Caroline. She'll go get Hemlock. So she'll go to Hemlock's room and knock on the door.
as you knock on Hemlock's door, just opens, and it appears as if no one slept in there at all.
Hemlock? Hemlock, are you in here?
As you say that, you
No
look
answer.
back to see Zoltan come up behind you, fully dressed, everything fully laundered, pressed. He's ready to go. Looks like he's an old person. He's been up at 4:30. He's like, "Could you keep it down? People are sleeping."
Were you? Oh my God! Were you staying with Hemlock?
What? No, he left for the volcano hours ago.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Something about needing to slay the blood of his enemies, and huzzah! And away he went.
Okay, listen, Zoltak, you have to help me wake up Zidane. I'm sorry,
Oh, dear.
it's taking so
By the way,
All right, you guys roleplay this scene. Do a check to wake him up. I'll be back.
Fair enough. All right, so hey guys, welcome.
You go, Zoltak.
hey, what's up?
Yeah. All right, so yeah, we're gonna walk up to Zidane's door clearly because we have to wake him up, and
Yeah.
Zoltan's gonna give a very light rap. Well,
As
there's
you
nothing
rap-
to be done, and he's going to just proceed to walk down the steps.
No, Zoltak, get over here. You
Ah!
and I need to barge and ram the door at the exact same time, okay? So count with
Oh,
me.
hold on.
One,
There's probably something in here for me to do this. Now, I will, Rada, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use my illusion power because it does says it can be illusionary effect up to one of the 5 senses. Sound being a sense, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to cast illusion, slightly crack the door open, cast illusion, and then just play the sounds of almost like a surprise birthday party. You hear this here, surprise, and a bunch of go off and loud as possible to try to wake him up.
Okay.
It's okay, Chad. It's just apple juice.
I think you
All
need
right,
to
so you-
roll a
you-
check for
so you
that,
normally-
Dominic.
Yeah, you normally roll a d12, but I'd say that given the nature of it and the whole references to the party, that could probably drop it down to a d10.
Yeah, okay, we'll do it to 10.
Yeah.
Deciding on rolls.
Yeah, we don't need Dave no more.
That's a 7. What does that do?
A 7? Ooh, okay. Well, the check is
Not great.
5. So this large cacophony of sound and like party noises started going off into Day-Day's room. Meanwhile, in the center of the room, he's just sitting there, just.
Oh, you know what, Dag? I forgot. I'm going to allow this player being me, I'm going to use an effort point, and I'm going to do this at advantage. So-
How does effort points work,
Oh.
Nate? For the
Effort points are a point value that we're able to spend. My character naturally comes with, I believe, 5 effort values. So I could use, in this case, I believe, 2 effort points to give myself advantage on this roll.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yes, you
Conjurer,
can
I
indeed,
think
sir.
has the most effort points. For those of you interested in the system, the Knight
And
has
that's
the least.
On a reroll, that's a 1. Dag,
Just
I believe
just
that's
so
very
everyone's
effective.
aware, I made these classes up. This is a classless system, so it's
I didn't know
pretty-
that.
pretty
yeah,
free.
The things
Pretty
that
free.
the things that Dave has made definitely have no class, but you know.
Wow. Boo! Sorry, I'm booing you.
Oh, okay. Who are you booing?
You.
Oh, okay. Well, that's rude. Anyway, so as
Dave!
I know, but I love Dave.
Time to make all of our characters.
Oh, you love
smart.
Dave?
By the way,
I
Dave-
can tell. I can tell by what's been happening for the past 2 fucking hours.
You didn't even
Ladies and
really
gentlemen.
need to write a one-shot, Dave. You could have just.
Yeah, that's true. You could have just. We've been over this though. Apple River. That's all you need. Why are you writing stuff?
Fair. Fair point. Fair point. All right. Did someone
All right.
wake Zdane up yet, or what?
I got wake.
Yeah,
woke
I got a
up.
1 to wake him up. We're good.
All right,
Yeah,
fantastic.
I'm good.
The 3 of you gather around only to find that your companion Hemlock has already left. He probably left about 5 minutes after everybody went to bed. You all begin to make your way towards the further west or east. One of the two.
Well,
I don't remember at
As
this
soon
point.
as they open the
Of
door,
course.
just so that we're all on the same page here. As soon as they open the door, Sir Hemlock is standing stoically exactly where we were talking to Bo and Choo Choo. And he's been staring off at the volcano this entire time.
So he hasn't left yet. He's just been
He hasn't
standing in the
moved
same
at
spot.
all.
So you're just standing where you were standing before.
Yes.
Staring
He's been standing
towards
there for
the east.
hours.
Is Hemlock like in one of those like isekai MMO things? So he just sort of logged
that
off
is.
for like 8 hours and then logged back in.
Hemlock
He's like,
is an NPC, clearly.
love that. What if NPC was like a disease in this world and it just made people do that?
Oh,
He's
good.
just going to
You're
have
all
the
awake.
5 lines of dialogue.
Yeah, you got like 5 lines of dialogue.
Shut up, we're back in character. Are you all ready to pursue this evil? Disgusting monsters.
Yes, who knows where we're going?
We all know where. I know where we're going. Of course, I know where we're going. And Caroline.
I believe
will-
it's out there, my boy.
Make a
Going
check
point
to
the
see if you
volcano, the
remember
big
which
fucking
direction to
volcano.
go in.
I wrote it down because I'm Caroline and she is organized. We are going farther to the east into a frozen volcano.
You get
Do I?
something.
A high five? I'll take
We'll
one.
figure it out when we get there.
Okay. All right,
right.
everybody, come on. Let's get into a straight line and follow me. Ready? Let's go.
Oh, yes.
Trampler.
Zartak will do just that. Well, Nate will go get a refreshment on his drink. I'll be right back to him.
As you all leave Frostforge proper and begin your march towards the east, you eventually happen upon the monstrous, frozen, and now dormant volcano. Standing in its wake, the monolith that stands in front of you stretches high as if it touches the sky, piercing through the clouds far above. And while you look around for a few short moments, you eventually find your way towards the cave opening that Bonica was referring to. As you stare down into it, all you can see is darkness.
Do you smell that, Carlita?
That what?
That stink.
Of
That
what?
monster stink.
No, not really. But I thought I had bad smell, but I don't. I have bad taste.
All right, fair enough. And that, yes, you do.
Yeah.
So,
Never mind.
Caroline, go ahead and make a check for me, please.
Okay. That is a 3.
A 3. While you can absolutely smell the stench of monster, Hemlock will provide a description of what that is in a moment. You immediately it attacks the nostrils, flooding into your nose. And while the little bits of frozenness within your tiny little nose hairs seem to melt away from the overall stench, you are able to overcome it. Hemlock, tell us what the stench of monster smells like.
It is a pungent, rotten piss-like smell with a hint of lavender.
Great.
So it makes you sleepy?
Piss.
No,
What are you
lavender. What are you talking about,
A
piss?
hint of lavender
A
with
hint
an
of lavender.
overwhelming smell of rotten
God.
piss.
I'm so
Said
disappointed that, you know what? You all get disadvantage on the next thing that you roll because you don't know essential oils enough.
I
Hey.
better tighten my Jordans for this one.
Oh,
Dane.
God.
What are you doing at this point?
Zidane is, as we are marching towards the volcano, is feeling like he's forgotten something important.
Was it Zoltak?
But oh my God! I run back to the village.
No!
It's hours back.
Yeah, let's split the party by about 2 hours. Fantastic.
Oh, thank
When
God
suddenly
you
you
got
realize
back.
Zoltak is in fact there. He was just behind a bush
Oh,
for
what?
a few moments.
He's holding on to Zidane's back.
Oh no, he was piggybacking on my back, so I didn't realize that I'd put him on my back
Right.
ages ago.
You forgot he was on your
Right.
back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then as soon as
Now,
he says
also-
something, I'm like, oh,
While I was gone, did we canonically make Jordans give disadvantage on stealth?
we have not done that
Technically,
yet.
Yes, they
We
can.
haven't done
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
We'll
It
see.
depends, Zoltak. It completely depends on the level of enchantment on the Jordans.
Ooh. Or the Jordans, right.
Yeah,
I feel like it would
Oh,
be
yeah.
disadvantage on when donning the Jordans.
yeah.
Like, if you ever had
And
to
just
take
if
them on or
anybody's
off.
wondering in chat right now,
Mhm.
the correct pronunciation is Jordans.
Gordons.
Jordans.
They are
Yeah,
Gordons.
they are Jordans.
Yeah. So standing outside this massive cave entrance,
Yeah, how Elvie spelt it.
yeah, Hemlock's gonna turn to the rest of the group. Now I know what y'all are thinking. You think I'm a menace? A monster-slaying menace. But I'll tell you this. We go in there as a unit. A monster-slaying unit. And we'll come out heroes.
Oh, what was that? Say again. I can't hear you.
We're here to slay monsters. I like slaying monsters. I'm part of a
like it
guild,
much
you know, for slaying monsters.
Alright. That's all great. I got a good feeling about this. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
Look, I had 4 words for character prompts. Okay, this is what you get.
Oh, As you all begin to venture forth through the icy caverns of the frozen volcano, the air becomes colder and the ground crunches beneath your boots. The dim light from your torches flickers, casting eerie shadows across the frost-covered walls. Suddenly you see that the path seems to split into two different directions, each leading deeper into the heart of the frozen volcano.
There's wolves in here.
There are wolves. There are wolves off in the
God.
distance.
There's dreaded volcano wolves.
Yes.
So there's two
immediately
pathways.
there's two pathways, and you immediately know just through your experiences that both of these tunnels will surely test your abilities.
Okay.
We should split up and go down both paths to be sure.
No. Listen to me. Dane, listen to me. We don't have time for that, okay? It's better if we all stick together and just get through this together, okay?
Okay. What if we?
It's
what if we
clearly
go
the
through
right
middle?
path. They would make the right path first. It's architecture
just-
101.
Yes. No, it's true. Because you'd
Kara-
connect the thing and then you'd make another one.
So therefore, we take the left path because that's not what they're expecting. Huzzah! And he's going to go and start walking
Oh.
down the left path without a second thought.
I like Zeldo. He's got chutzpah. He's gonna follow to the left.
My grandmother makes a great chutzpah.
I'm gonna keep walking.
Are you all going to the left?
Yeah, Caroline will sigh and...
Everything we own in the hallway to the left, Dave. Let's go.
All right. Well,
my box to the left.
the left path leads you down the tunnel. When upon your arrival to the first obstacle in your way, you see a massive ice wall you need to climb. The surface is slick. The air is frigid. I need you all to go ahead and make a check. Unless you have something that allows you to reduce the die, it would be done at a d12, I think.
Dave,
What
did you
is
say
the
this cave
threat?
Dark?
I just said it's an icy wall.
Yeah.
So real
Icy
quick,
wall.
There's a big
You have to
wall
scale it.
that
That's
you gotta,
pretty
you gotta
difficult.
scale.
It's pretty
So-
difficult terrain.
It is
Oh,
very
God.
difficult terrain. I
Oh,
would say
I
that
think
is
I'm
difficult terrain.
sure-footed.
if I could interject real quick, is this just an ice wall in front of us, but like I guess the tunnel leading like up is still stone around that ice wall?
Yeah, you
Or
can
is the
see
whole
you can
chamber
see
made of
that
ice?
the as you kind of glance upward, you see there is kind of a footing area or a landing area directly at the top of the wall. You can hear the echoes of further ways down the hall coming down from the above the wall region. I said wall way too many times there.
Wall.
Sweet. So I have the climber trait. Whether it's hooks, sticky feet, or just strong fingers, you can move along vertical and upside down surfaces at normal speed, making movement checks for difficult surfaces. So I'd like to climb the rocks near the wall to climb up,
Okay.
and then sort of swing over instead of the slick ice.
All right, fair enough. As you begin to scale the wall, I need everybody to make a check for me. Apply what you think is right.
Would it be difficult enough as the rocky stuff if it's like
Well, don't
'Cause
you
only
get
if
don't
the
you get
rock-
something like don't you get a D8 or something?
No, nothing. It's just I get
just
to do
says
it
you're a
unless
climber?
it's difficult.
All right,
That
so
die
you
use
get
none.
you'll get a D8. You can roll with a D8,
Okay.
and we'll set the challenge at 5.
Good, because I rolled a 4.
Nice,
A
Hemlock.
monster
Nice.
slaying 4.
Monster
Caroline
slaying
also rolled a
4.
4.
Caroline rolled a 2, and she wants to particularly use her Jeremy darts or whatever they're called with the crossbow.
Your Jeremy
the
Cox.
arrows?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and she will use them to scale the wall, but she'll pass Hemlock and say, God, why don't you just keep up the pace?
Good work, weird girl. She's gonna kill you with kindness.
Zoltek, how you doing, bud?
Well, Zoltek reached deep into his spell book and
He
was
did.
able to cast
Okay.
heat resistance on himself and night vision and roll a d12 and get an 8. So
All right, you all watch as
He has two
Zoltek,
spells that didn't help at all.
yeah,
seems to be
continues.
the theme for Zoltek's spells.
As you use your heat resistance, that seems to melt some of the ice, making it a sheer face in front of you. As you continue to try and climb up it, sliding down repeatedly. The rest of you, as you look down upon poor Zoltek, what would you like to do?
Ziltek. Oh shit, I got his name right. Grab my hand.
Zoltek's gonna look at you. He's gonna take your armor into account. He's gonna be like, "Okay, you seem rich enough."
Grab
He'll
my
reach out,
hand.
grab
My
your hand.
monster slaying hand.
All right, with that,
What are
Hemlock
we up?
pulls
I have,
Zoltek up to the top.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were gonna do a check for it, but I have like that bodybuilding thing.
No, we're way past that point.
Yeah, we're past that point.
You continue on down, traveling down the frozen tunnel within this volcano. And as you enter into the next tunnel, you find a steep slope covered in a thin layer of ice. The slope descends down sharply, and at the bottom you notice a pool of freezing water. I need
Watch
you all
your step.
to-
You don't want to get cold in here. You'll catch hypothermia.
now need you to all make a check to make your way down the slippery slope without falling into the icy pool.
Hang on,
That sounds
stand
like
back.
difficult terrain.
Zoltek,
I'm gonna go ahead and roll with a D8. That's a 2.
as he flips over the thing. Yeah.
Hemlock just walks forward super confidently, just like not even
Cool.
appearing to be aware of his surroundings, and just so happens to avoid thin parts. in the
Yeah,
ice.
luckily enough for you, your Jordans have cleats in them. So you're easily able to truck down, no problem.
We've got real good threads.
My sweet Jordans.
How high is the ceiling here?
The ceiling itself is roughly about 10 to 15 feet.
Sweet. I'm gonna climb up the wall and then just sort of monkey bar my way without using the dice.
Okay, fair enough. As Zidane continues to make his way, he reaches the same point as Hemlock.
Caroline rolled a 7.
Okay, Zoltek?
Zoltek, now I was thinking while we were standing up there, before the group would move out, Zoltek's going to open up his book and then just continuously rain fire into the pool of icy water. And he's just
Okay.
going to keep flinging fire at it and try to warm it up. That's his idea.
All right, fair enough. What did you roll for your check?
I mean, it's a basic ranged attack, so it's not really like a check attack. But
No,
I
I
can
need.
do it if
You
I
still
have
need to make the check to make your way down the slippery slope.
I got a 2.
A 2. All right, you're easily able to make your way down as you watch as Caroline, screaming and kicking, slides on her ass down directly into the icy pool.
Slightly not icy pool because of the fireballs.
It's still pretty cold. Caroline, go ahead and make a check for me to see if you can not be frozen.
All right, Rain. I tried to do something with my spells. It still didn't work. I'm sorry.
I know. It's a 5.
A 5, where you splash down into the water. It has been heated slightly, but unfortunately, you, my friend, are still frozen at this point in time. All of your rolls are done with a D12.
Oh, she's not actually frozen. I was ready to just
No,
be
you
a block
suffer.
of ice.
You suffer the cold condition
dig
once
her
again.
out.
All right, can
Everyone push.
Caroline will try and pull herself out of the icy water as she's swearing to herself.
Right. You pull yourself out of the icy water.
Carmen Sandiego.
Now, if you'll allow me, I think I may be able to dry you off or damage you horribly. And
Are you planning on using your fire spell to
That's
dry
right,
me off?
lighting you on fire. Yes, exactly. And he's
No,
going to go
thank
ahead
you.
and whoop, without your consent, he's shooting fire at you to try to dry you off.
Can I
All
take a
right.
moment to point out that your party hat did fucking nothing?
That was all wet.
I know.
All right. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me, Zaltak.
Oh my
Now it is because, like I said, similar to what I can do with Dags. The
Oh, right.
text
You
on
can
this is that I
manipulate where
cause
the
things
fire
to
lands.
move.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I kind of just want to like surface like just above. It's a warmer. It's gonna warm them up, kind of evaporate the water. That's the idea here.
All right.
I can still
all
roll
right.
a check, but I just want to stay with the intention.
No, I'll allow it. I mean, it's
smartest things
well thought
Zoltek has
out. You've
Let's
done
give it
well.
to him.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
agree.
Well,
He needs something.
So, Caroline, you are very quickly defrosted as well as dried off.
Now don't move.
Albeit your hair is a disaster. It is all over the place. It is.
Oh yeah, no, I don't even know
frizzy.
if there'd be hair left. Like,
There's patches
a lot
missing.
of fire.
Yep.
Caroline. Just,
You look wonderful.
Yeah, somehow you're still attractive.
my hair. What did you do, Zaltak?
It's not that bad, trust me. Once we get out of here and you see a mirror, you'll be just fine. It's not that bad. He's going to look over to it. But it gets horrible. It's absolutely ghastly.
Ah,
Sir
gosh.
Hemlock's gonna look back at her. Good thinking, Carbonite. Trying to look like the enemy. Smart. And he's gonna turn back.
Caroline just stomps forward, ignoring all of these three hooligans.
Oh, I was trying to make you feel better.
What did you do?
I said that somehow you're still attractive.
Well, that's because it's one of my specialties. It's one of my traits.
Yeah,
I have that
be a
effect
hideous.
on people.
So you could have hideous burn scars all over you. You'd still be attractive.
To you, but not to me. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I can't do this.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up Caroline and we're gonna keep walking.
All right.
She's given up at this point. She'll let it happen.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a ragdoll cat, you know, just scoop it up with one arm, it just goes limp and just yep.
Yeah, it's like Stefan has already sudden just scooped you up into his arms and walked you through the rest of it.
Oh my God, are you Stefan?
God.
I don't know who that is.
It's okay.
You all
Just keep
continue
going.
forward into the last section of the tunnel, and you notice that the temperature rises at this point. The ground becomes treacherously hot as you continue further and further into the otherwise dormant volcano. You feel bursts of steam pop up all around you like small geysers. I need you all to make one last check to try and traverse around this without taking any of the hot blasts from the volcano itself.
Sounds like pretty difficult terrain.
God damn it.
That's- no, you're right.
Caroline rolled a 10, so guess we'll singe off the rest of her hair.
I got a 6.
I got a 3.
I rolled an 8.
Caroline, Zoltek, and Zidane, you all get blasted by geysers, each taking 1 point of damage. Hemlock seems to be able to walk through like he's basically Jesus on water.
He's just a man on a mission. He has not looked anywhere but forward the entire.
All right.
He's still just murmuring to himself. Kill me some monsters. Some monsters gonna kill him good. Make monster soup.
Hemlock, as you continue to mutter, you all find yourself outside of a large archway, natural archway of a cave. You can see inside there seems to be large stalagmites that stick up from the ground, more heat than even before, emanating from inside of these chambers.
couple like
Hemlock!
scraggly black hair sticking up. Looking like a Barbie doll you forget outside.
Why don't you go first, since you're so impervious to all the horrible things in here?
Good plan, California burrito. Get behind me.
I'm already
He's
there.
gonna raise Bridget and just. He's still looking forward. He has not been looking at you at all.
Okay.
As you all march onwards into the cavern, immediately the stench of monster picks up more so than ever before within this tunnel.
Jason Lavender, be on guard.
When you suddenly hear a voice ring out through the cavern. Silly mortals. Like moth to the flames. You've entered my lair. Suddenly, the entirety of the cavern begins to shake. Rocks and stalactites start falling down from the ceiling. I need you all to make a check for me.
Sounds like some pretty difficult terrain.
It's
Oh
nothing to
my
do with terrain.
God.
This is to
Uh,
see
this
if
is
you
to hide
notice.
back in here.
It's to see if you can notice what is causing.
A 1. I rolled a 1.
All right.
I have to roll with a 12. Damn it.
I rolled a 12.
Twice
9.
in a row, I've rolled with a D8 and got an 8. So,
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All of you, or sorry, only Caroline takes note of the flashing of white scales as it continues to, in a shadowed form, scatter and skitter across the wall before the ground quakes in front of you as a massive white dragon falls down in front of all of you. I need you all to make reaction rolls for me again as the ancient white dragon now stares down upon all of you.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Well, Caroline's scared shitless. She got an 11.
4 for Hemlock.
I got a
4
1.
for Zidane.
All right, Hemlock and Zidane, rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first.
Rock, paper, scissors.
You can go
shoot.
first.
Haha. I win.
All right, Hemlock
I
wins.
always do.
Sorry, Caroline, what did you roll?
11.
All right, so I think Zoltak is up first, followed by Hemlock, followed by Zazeze. And then who the hell's the last one? Oh, yeah, Caroline.
Okay, perfect. Zoltak's gonna step up. And,
Up. I didn't say that you went before the dragon.
Oh! Everyone panic!
You all watch as the dragon takes a deep breath in. As it opens up its maw, you can see the frozen teeth like sharp icicles within its mouth. Looking deep into its throat, you can see a bluish flame now starting to rumble directly within its throat itself. As it exhales, blasting a frozen, fiery blast towards all of you. I need each of you to make an evasion roll for me, or avoidance roll.
D10 for me.
it's a 4.
A 3.
It's an 8. Fuck.
Daza, what'd you roll?
Dave.
Deck?
Dag, are you there?
I
Zidane?
got a 2.
A 2. While Caroline, Zoltak, and Zidane are able to jump out of the way just in the nick of time, Hemlock, you are blasted with this icy blast of the ancient white dragon, taking 2 points of health damage.
Oh my god.
Is that the best you got?
It smirks towards you as it's as if you have been tempting it. Zaltak, you're up.
Thanks, Pizza.
Nate, it's your turn.
Oh, for some reason I thought Bobby was Zaltak. That's me.
Look good at RPG games.
So yeah, Zaltak's gonna step up. He's going to be like, "Oh no, you're a neglectful parent, and you forgot about your baby." And he's going to look back and go, "Oh no!" And there's going to be an illusionary baby dragon sitting behind them, like looking all worried and trying to make the parent run over.
Make a check for me.
Okay. It's 7. God damn it.
7. Ha 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 ha. Silly human, I have a penis. The illusion has no effect as it doesn't bear children. All right. Zaltek, would you like to move around the cavern in any
It's
way?
got us with biology, damn it! And he's going to, if there's like a pillar, I'm just going to try to get behind a pillar.
All right. You try to sneak behind a pillar. Go ahead and make a check for me to see if you can hide.
I was just going to move, but yeah, sure, we can sneak. 12. Is that 2?
2. You have hidden yourself away from the ancient white dragon. Hemlock, you're up. What would you like to do?
You're a really big dragon. Big old monster. Which is bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
You see, we're on a hunt. A golden hunt. And you're our target. You disgusting monster. And he's just gonna raise his shield and using shield cover again.
All right. You all receive a D8 for any kind of evasion or avoidance check. All right. Fair enough. Zidane, you're up. What would you like to do?
All right, so seeing this giant dragon, Zidane, in the middle of this like kind of large rocky cavern, sees an opportunity and will take on this almost like martial art like stance as he sort of like raises his 2 gorilla fists. What I want to do is I want to, again, just pushing buttons on the system, seeing how we go. I want to ready an action that if it attempts a melee attack, to shape the stone underneath us and sort of use it to redirect the attack away from its target, should it try to bite, claw, or whatever else.
All right. If you're holding an action, that's going to cost you 2 effort points.
Oh, I don't have any. Oh, wait, do we restore effort when we go to bed? How do we regain effort?
Spending
Well,
effort.
he
You regain 1 effort on any failed check. You cannot have more effort than your maximum allows. Refill your effort pool when you rest.
Okay, cool. So I've still got 3. So I will use 2 effort to do that.
Okay. All right.
I will use 2
You're
effort to do
holding
that.
your action until the dragon attacks next.
Yeah, correct.
All right.
Wait, is that? Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure.
All right.
Yep.
Fair enough. It will require a check to make sure that to see if you can evade his attack, but we'll hold the action for the time being. Caroline, you're up. What would you like to do?
Well, bald Caroline will take out a very special party hat that she was keeping to herself, that is glittery, and she will put it on her head. She'll say, "This one's for my mom, the sheriff," and she'll fire
The one that died of cancer?
Spoilers! Spoilers!
Oh, I wasn't
It's
supposed
10
to
years
say
old.
that
It's
out
out of
loud.
spoiler
Okay.
territory.
Right. She should have just taken the blood.
She should have. Well, she did, but whatever. Okay. All right, here we go. That's an 11.
I'd be devastated if I had any plans of watching that show.
Bobby
All
and I's watch party nights are ruined now. Thanks.
Yeah.
With an 11,
Back to Reanimator.
no success there. The hide of the dragon is just too strong.
Damn it! That she'll just can she, is her stealthing a action?
Yep.
Okay, so she'll just move out of the way, I suppose.
All right. You try and find cover the best that you possibly can. It is now the dragon's turn as you see it whip around, hoisting its big, thick rump into the air. It flashes and sways and pushes its tail forward, whipping it out towards all of you. Zidane, go ahead and make a check for me, please, to see if you can stop this.
Okay, here we go. Rolling my d12. That is a 4.
A 4. While the dragon snaps its tail towards all of you, you watch as Zidane pulls up a small column of earth. It seems to break through the rock like it's nothing, like hot butter.
Oh no.
However, you're all able to evade at this point. Next up, Zoltak, you're up. What would you do? Zoltak left. All right, fair enough. Zoltak is remained hidden right now.
Oh no, I
and
left
gives up
Zoltak
his
in the other town. I run back and go get him.
Zoltak seemingly forgetting his turn.
Sorry, Zoltak had a couple cats to break up from fighting. Stop it, you two! As he yells at cave cats.
Zoltak. And just spooked by the volcano wolves.
Yes.
That's all.
The vicious frozen cats. Yes, of course.
All right. The one climbs on top of the other and starts biting, and it's like, you're not just playing anymore, stop! Anyway, so Zoltak's going to step up, and he's going to be like, I'm over here, you dastardly fiend! Unhand thee! He's going to, like, read through and then chuck a fireball. That's all he can do.
All right, go ahead and make an attack for me.
That's a 3? I'm feeling.
A 3. You do find directly as the tail of the dragon is still completely exposed at this point, you find its most weakest spot. The cloaca.
No.
As you rocket
Right
a
in the
fireball towards it, it blasts, causing a singe of hair across the back of it. Yes, the cloaca does have hair, even though it mostly has scales. It takes 1 point of damage.
Ha! Take that in your butthole thing.
Ah! Blue angels.
Why?
Zoltak, is
Why?
there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Zoltak's going to try to be like, and you don't see me anymore. And he's going to try to melt behind the pillar again and hide.
All right, make another check for me.
It's a 9.
A 9. Unfortunately, you do not hide this time around. Hemlock, you're up. What would you like to do?
Don't need me.
We're so sick of your stink. Piss and lavender. Get over here. Just gonna like rush forward, and attempt to grab a tooth and snap it off.
All right, so you're running on the opposite side to try and pull a tooth out.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to be a D12.
Argument. See, I'm a bodybuilder. Checks that benefit from strength may use a D8. Thoughts?
Retort. Any attack made without any weapons is a D12.
All right. I'm feeling good about
his
this.
hands are weapons.
3.
3. You are able to grab into the monster's mouth as it laughs towards you, and find one of its canine teeth, pulling it from its face. Oh! I just had work done!
I'm a dentist. A monster dentist. As he's like looking at the tooth.
It takes 1 more point of damage. Zidane, are you up?
Okay. I'm still awake, yeah. So I'm going to
Just checking.
have Zidane I'm going to try and climb onto the back of the dragon. How big is it, by the way? Just, scale-wise.
Dragon size.
Gargantuan.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna go to the back of it, and I'm gonna try and sort of grapple it from the neck, and just be like, "Rah," and just do kind of the chokehold type thing.
You're going to try and chokehold an ancient dragon. Okay, go ahead and make a check for me.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Difficulty on this is going to be a 2.
Ooh, okay.
Come on.
And how much do I need for effort? I need all 3 for effort, don't I?
You would need 3 for it, and you've already spent
Okay, I
2.
don't- Yeah, I done. Yeah, I've only got 1. Can I use 1 effort for anything, like in general?
You can try and help one of your companions for 1.
Am I able to spend my effort on his turn by helping? Or is that locked?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to spend 2 effort, then I'll help.
All right, so you spend 2. Zidane, you can spend your last 1 and roll at advantage.
Nice. Okay.
It still
Sweet.
remains at a 2, though.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, Zoltan steps
Oh,
up
that's
to be
a-
a distraction,
fuck,
and he's
that's
like, "Look over here! Look at me! Look at me! Oh,
Huh?
That's a 3 and a 2.
hey!"
All right.
Hey!
You're able to start choking out the ancient white dragon.
So as Zidane is climbing up, what I'm imagining is that there's like this tiny little illusion that goes and like turns its head upwards. So that's what's like given him that ability to kind of wrap his gorilla arms, which are quite long, you know, around the neck, and he's like sort of gripping it. Cool. And I have wrestler, which is
Okay.
when I'm grappling and grabbing someone. I can
Okay,
squeeze them.
make
and
an
deal
attack
damage.
roll for me.
Okay. It's D10. That is 4.
A 4. Okay, the dragon suffers 1 more point of damage.
Damn nice.
Nice.
Kill.
All right, that is going to wrap it. Caroline, you're up. What would you like to do? Good old bald party-hatted Caroline.
She's still steaming.
Caroline readjusts her special sparkly party hat, and she will come out from her not so much hiding spot, and she'll point her crossbow this time right at the dragon's eye. Hopefully, as the Dane is helping with the distraction a little bit, and she will fire it for a 5.
A 5 as you cock back with your bolt, letting it loose. It simply just ping flies off of the dragon.
Oh my gosh.
May I suggest hitting him?
With what, Zaltak?
It's all right, Cardi B. You'll get him eventually.
Infuriated with this ridiculousness, Zidane, make a check for me.
In regards to
Holding on to the dragon as it viciously tries to shake you off.
if I have grappler and climb and all that jazz, can I petition that to be a D10 instead of a 12?
Sure.
Sweet. 3.
A 3. He continues to twist back and forth, although you hold on proper. To the rest of you, I need you to make an avoidance check.
Okay. And we can use the D8 because of Hemlock?
No. That was
Oh,
only
okay.
at the turn I use it until the start of my next one.
Okay, sorry.
Zoltan's
9.
got an 11.
Ooh, 11 for Caroline, too. We're still
right.
bickering with each other.
As another fiery blast
You
of
have to hit in
ice,
the eyeball, not just the skull.
as another fiery
up.
blast hits you all take 2 points of damage.
Now, Dave, you mentioned it's a fiery blast. Is it fiery ice or fiery?
It's icy fiery.
Yeah.
It's icy hot.
Zoltan's heat fires or resist fire spells really.
Does that
Doing
so that
work
does
here.
include me because I'm on its neck, right?
No, you're on its neck. You're fine.
Yeah, cool.
Caroline is looking dangerously rough. I know she lost her hair, but she is looking on the verge of death.
All right, fair enough. That's going to be the dragon's turn. Actually, it's going to use its movement to begin flapping its wings as it now begins to hover within the cavern. Zoltek,
Great.
you're up. What would you like to do?
Zoltek's gonna be like, get down from there! He's gonna go ahead and fire another fireball. This time, not just aimed at the cloaca, but since he's now flapping in the air, his sense already proclaimed dragon penis is obviously on display. So
Yep.
we're gonna aim right for the tip.
You're going for the family jewels. Okay, fair
Yep.
enough.
The dragon
Go ahead. Go
In
ahead
fact,
and make.
doing enough that I'm going to exhaust 3 efforts so I can roll with advantage on this.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a 2, I think, which is already a hit.
Ooh, yep.
And that's a 1.
Natural one,
Better.
baby! Boo, 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 boo,
That's
boo,
a 1 for the dragon ball
As-
dick shot penis.
As the fire blast hits it directly in the icicle, immediately you watch as its small paws reach down towards it. Oh!
Hey, have creams for that.
The dragon is looking very rough at this point in time. Probably only 2 hits worth left.
Hoo, mitigating pigeon.
All right, with that said, Zoltak, do you have any movement that you want to do?
I'm going to again try to hide behind the pillar and be like, as I fade into darkness.
All right, go ahead and make a check for me.
It's a 4.
A 4. All right, you are hidden away. Hemlock, you're up. What would you like to do?
It's time to take this big bird down. He's gonna take the tooth that he had just grabbed. And he's going to kind of like how you would throw a shot put. Have it like this and do a couple of spins and launch it towards the body of the dragon.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Does that count
that
as
is
having
dick.
a weapon or no?
I'll say yes. That is a ranged attack, yeah.
That is a 5.
A 5. Unfortunately, you hit one of the harder scaled areas as its tooth just pings off and flies towards the ground.
Oh yeah, he felt that one for sure.
No, he didn't at all. Zidane, you're up. What would you like to do? Still hovering on the back of this dragon.
Not entirely sure how he got into the back of a dragon. Zidane continues to hang on for dear life and choking out the dragon. He's whispering, it's okay, just go to sleep, giant dragon. You can rest your eyes, and I'm going to roll a 6 to attack it, which is not going to be good.
6. As you try to continue to choke it out, it continues to whip back and forth. Go ahead and make another check to try and stay on.
4.
4. You remain on the back.
Okay, yep.
Caroline, you're up. What would you like to do?
Okay, well, Caroline takes this moment to focus her energies, and she hears a distant relative of hers, Lava Kitten, whisper in her ear, "Shoot for the cloaca." So she takes Jeremy and Cox in, and she'll fire directly at the cloaca.
All right. Go ahead and make an ranged attack for me.
That is a 3.
A 3. You do attack and are able to find the perfect target in the center of the cloaca, clogging it at this point in time.
Oh, no.
I didn't think
The
that was
poor dragon now missing a tooth and having a bolt clearly embedded in the center of its cloaca, as well as a singed icicle.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Caroline will go over to Zoltek's hiding spot. And she'll say, "I also disappear into darkness."
All right, go ahead and make a check for me.
It's an 8.
An 8.
God, you're gonna
You are
give
not
it
hitting
away.
it at all. All right, with that said, it's the dragon's last stand, it seems. As once again, it winds its tail up, trying to do a proper sweep against all of you. Zoltak, unfortunately, because your position has been given away by Caroline, you will also need to make this check. Zidane, you're fine. All of you, go ahead and make an avoidance check for me.
Caroline will take Zoltek's hand and just say, "We'll die together, okay?"
What? Unhand me! Put me down! I got a 10.
Puts her
into full
An 8! Oh, shit!
Thanks, lady. You got us both killed.
Hemlock, standing tall and proud, throws Bridget up with a 1.
All right.
Oh, nice.
With a 1, you're easily able to defend. Unfortunately, Zoltek and Caroline, feel the full brunt of the tail, both of you taking 2 points of damage.
Zoltek is at -1 health.
Yeah, Caroline dies.
All right, Caroline and Zoltek die immediately on the spot. Hemlock and
Caroline.
Zidane, you are the last standing members. Hemlock, you are up next as Zoltek has just died.
Pitiful. I'm a pitiful, disgusting monster.
My abs hurt so much.
Monica's hunger will be sated this day.
All right.
Is she still in the air?
It's still in the air right now, although not hovering too high.
He will toss Monica.
You're going to
directly
throw
at
Monica?
At his throat.
All
Yeah,
right,
just
go ahead and
throwing
make an
Monica,
attack roll for me.
please. What does that mean? Oh no. 10.
A
I
10.
was like, what is 0?
The the helmet that you wear seems to be obscuring your view, as ranged attacks are not really your things. You huck Monica off into the distance. Go ahead and remove Monica from your inventory.
Sure.
Okay. Zidane, you're up.
All right, I got a question. So he's thrown Monica, right?
Yep.
I'm getting kind of like, like Maleficent from like the Disney, Sleeping Beauty moments where he's just like, because, whatever. And I want to see if I can, while grabbing around the neck of this creature, because I'm a gorilla. And, I want to use my feet hands to maybe see if I can grab Monica.
Okay, go ahead and make a check for me.
Okay. If I am good at grappling, can that help
You're
me
already
grab Monica?
grappling something.
But I got 2 hands. Okay, that's a 3.
A 3. It flies by you.
Okay, I tried. And then if I can, I'll just keep.
That was your. That would have been your action.
Yeah. I was gonna say yeah. Otherwise, butterfeet.
All right, fair enough. Unable to find the other assailant still strapped on its neck, Hemlock, it looks at you as its target, and I need you to make an avoidance check for me.
It's just you and me, Bridget. Please. 3?
A 3 just makes it as you're able to pull Bridget up just in time as another fiery blast shoots down all around you.
Good work, Bridget. I can always count on you.
Hemlock, you're up. What would you like to do?
Fuck, what can I do? It's like in the air, and I threw
Friggin'
my
discus.
sword. And I've already thrown the
Take
tooth.
the crossbow off of Caroline's dead past body.
That's an amazing idea. I'd like to rush over to Caroline's body.
Okay,
rubble of
rushing
pillar
over,
that's
you do a little bit of
collapsed on
a
two people.
slide across, or a knee slide across the ice for about 20 feet, picking up the crossbow in the meantime.
No. You misunderstand. I'm not
Oh.
picking up the crossbow.
Oh, fuck.
Grabbing Caroline by the waistband and the collar. He's going to sweep around and chuck her into the
Yeah,
face.
you're gonna whip
of the dragon.
Caroline's dead body
I
into.
am absolutely going to whip Caroline's dead body.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll for me, please.
Caroline. It's all led up to this. We can do it together. Before?
How aerodynamic is Caroline?
As the dragon laughs at your attempts, its mouth wide open, you huck Caroline's dead body towards it, party hat and all. It wedges directly into the throat of the dragon as it immediately stops laughing. You watch as the dragon, now unable to breathe, choking on Caroline's dead body. As you watch as it teeters back and forth, its eyes begin to turn white and spin up to into the back of its head. Zoltan, Zidane, make another check for me.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right. That is a 1.
A 1. You're able to jump
1!
off the back of the dragon just in time as it crashes down into the floor. Its lifeless body laying still. Very similar to your companion Zoltek and the now embedded body of Caroline into the throat of the dragon as her remaining final resting place.
Zidane takes a moment and he's breathing heavily as he walks over to Hemlock.
That was quite a gripping fight. Whew.
It's a bit touch and go there for a second.
All that matters is that we took it down.
Yes,
He'll
we
walk
did.
slowly up to the dragon's throat and put his hand on it. We did it, Carlita. You and me. I'll never forget you.
I'll
And then
walk
he'll
up
walk
to-
right by Zoltak's body and just.
I'll follow Hemlock, and as we walk past Zoltak's body, I'm like,
Damn. It looks as though some adventurer was killed by the dragon before we got here.
I don't know your name, stranger, but you will not be forgotten. I promise you that. And I'll take his monocle, and then I'll leave him.
Meeting at the mouth of the cave, Hemlock will approach Zidane. You did pretty well back there. You're a certified monster slayer.
Yes.
Everyone would work with you anytime.
Well, the feeling is very mutual. I loved the bit where you killed the dragon that we did.
It was pretty cool, huh?
It was very
Anyway.
cool.
Put it there. He puts his
I'll-
arm out and gets as close to anyone as he's been this entire time, physically
he'll-
speaking.
He'll do the forearm grab, and sort of like just pull in close.
Oh,
Through the vents of Hemlock's face mask, you see bright orange slit eyes, and you swear that you could smell piss and lavender.
Oh my god! Wham! 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 Wham!
Oh my god.
Monster! No, actually,
As-
no. I wouldn't remember any of that.
As
But yeah.
a slap fight
That's so
breaks
cool.
out at the edge of the cave entrance, you eventually find a mutual agreement between the two. One a gorilla, one a monster splaying monster, and two dead.
I'm sorry, Nate.
Dead as shit.
Look, right, I know you're not
The
great
two
at
of
these
you
things. We don't get to
who
bring other
remain-
people down with you.
As the two of you that remain begin to make your way back to the guild hall proper to receive your rewards of your own orders. Within the cave itself, the now burial ground of Zoltek and Caroline,
And Monica.
a shimmering sword embedded within the ice itself. Only to be found maybe one day. But that, my friends, is going to be a story for another day. Thank fucking Christ.
Fuck yeah. Monica exists in this world, guys. We can
Yay!
go get it.
Well, technically, so does the guild groups that we join. But can I also just, because this is canonic, can I just say that I forgot what the reward is and just join Hemlock's guild?
Yep. Yeah, you can. Kaz, write that down.
Done.
Oh my gosh. I think my favorite part was taking Nate's character down with mine.
That was pretty sweet.
Do I get to name my new guild?
Yes, we'll talk about that later.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, I
Save
don't have a
that,
name
save
yet.
that, yeah, save that for a spoiler. We'll see. Well, with that said, that wraps up our edition of Saga. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I want to do a quick round table with all of you guys. What did you guys think of the system? What did you guys think of the game overall? Impressions, knowing full well that this is kind of the beta test, that there's going to be more that's going to be coming out. I think there's like a number of different modules that are stretch goals at this point in time for the Kickstarter. Dag, you are the most familiar with the most systems out of all of us. What do you think?
I think it sets its goal and achieves it well, which is to create a system-agnostic narrative sort of based game. It definitely achieves that, 100%. I think the biggest elements for me are that it leans heavily on the narrative side of things, but I think, like, as someone who likes a lot of structure in my systems,
Yep.
I felt like there were a lot of moments where I wasn't entirely familiar with, like, the scope of what I could do. Like, for example, with the Earth control thing. It's like, yeah, it's great that I can, break down and manipulate Earth, but there's no real inspiration to how far you can take that and how weak it is. So, for example, because every damage is 1 damage, you could say I raise a pebble and fling it at someone and deal 1 damage, but I could also create a landslide and an avalanche and deal 1 damage. So for me, that kind of always has a little bit of a moment of, like, when everything is uniform, you lack that kind of scaling. You lack that kind of sense of gravity. Even with the dragon and this, like, massive tail, the description you had where it was, like, breaking through the rock and cleaves into all of us is great, but, it's still kind of... Yeah, I feel like it just needs that little bit of that extra thing. But nonetheless, like I said, freaking amazing. And the fact that we could, like, at the very, very start, do anything with these characters because of how freeing the system was, meant that, yeah, literally before the game, all I knew it was a shaman. We made it into a gorilla person and created a personality. So very, very top points for, like, inspiring materials to be able to help create your characters and play in this game.
Cool.
For sure.
Good insight. Nate, what did you think? You run a lot of one-page games.
do.
This is a little bit more
Yeah,
a little bit more than that, but let me know what you think.
We've done quite a few of our systems that are quite a big overhauls. I mean, currently right now on Garage Couch, we're playing Everyday Heroes as our main core system for Sidebusters. So I've been around the block with one-pagers as well as some extensive systems as well. So it's been doing it for about 2 years now. I think I've done about 80 systems in my 2 years. So yeah, been around the block, and this one, it's very well, like Dag said, it achieves at least that openness of being able to kind of create a campaign and go in to do anything. That goes for the DM as well. If you can adjust the setting to whatever you want. So if you're looking for like a universal tabletop that you can just have the one set, and if the DM knows the rules well enough, it seems very easy to pass on to the players.
Right.
So it's nice. Character creation's nice and quick. It's very customizable. So all good things. But yeah, almost like to expand on what Dag said, it'd be nice to see, I guess, with the freedom that they're trying to give, like you say, if you make everybody sort of universal, it kind of takes the speciality out of some things. So I would say kind of focus down, and as universal as the class creator is, it would be cool to see something like more of a lean towards an archetype. I think would be kind of cool, even within some sort of system or even the picks. For example, I was playing the Conjurer tonight. It was a pre-made character that I had come into, but I didn't feel very useful. I felt like for being the standard, spellcaster type, being the most person that's supposed to be kind of jack of all trades, I was limited to 2 spells that had no use for the campaign. So it would be cool to see a bit more of an archetype spread out and a bit more of a focus. If you are a spellcaster, have them be able to do the cool moments, because if they just take 2 spells, and especially if it's somebody who's new at an RPG and they might grab something that's not too relevant, they're now stuck with it for the whole time. So
Fair.
yeah.
Yep. Okay. So
And-
more of a specialization. Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah.
And to kind of flip on that as well, either that or alternatively make the spells more versatile and acceptable by making them a
Right.
lot more broader in terms of what you
Right.
can do with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby, what'd you think?
I think this rulebook was great for slaying monsters. I mean, all I know is I had a lot of fun with this. I have probably the least experience out of everyone here in terms of doing other, TTRPG systems and things like that. So take my word with a grain of salt. But it seems like it's it'd be really easy to, once you know the rules as a DM, have a completely different type of adventure. Whereas some other ones, you're kind of stuck in a certain world, and it's more difficult to kind of have a different, like, you know what I'm saying, like a different setting without having to basically reflavor everything. Whereas this is more loosey-goosey, and it gives it that option. So I think that's where its strength lies.
Yeah, and I think the newest tripper who has joined us this session, Rosie Thorns, says it best, is we definitely need a talent where you can throw friends at the BBEG. 100% agree with you, Rosie. 100% agree.
Yeah.
Reno, what'd you think?
I think that for people who are a little bit worrisome about like picking up the dungeon master, the player's handbook for like D&D, and they feel a little overwhelmed, like this is very rules light, and I think like the character creation process at least is a lot less intense than it is with D&D, and at the same time there was still a lot of things that I could work with, like personality wise, just based off of like picking the traits and struggles and talents. So I think it's like really accessible for people who want to like get into role playing, or who don't really like know how to start, or like how to build it into their character, because this is, I've played other TTRPGs, and I felt like I had to do a lot of like prep work before, just to like understand what the heck was going on. But with this one, it was pretty easy to learn on the fly, and my character gave me enough to go on.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would tend to agree with you there. As the GM of this one, I'm still not sure if we actually played Sagas tonight or not, because I was playing with you idiots.
I know.
But I mean, it was very rules light, which I really enjoyed. From a DM's perspective, it was very easy to learn and pick up. The character creation, as Raina said, was very easy to do at the same time. It's just a nice little taste of RPG. So I would say that the best thing to do with this system is that it is a perfect introduction to the RPG space. If no one knows exactly what it's like to play some of the heavier set RPGs, like a Pathfinder, like a Call of Cthulhu, like a D&D, that this is definitely a good toe in the water for anyone who wants to at least try it out. I mean, the whole concept of minimizing, it's just an action, it's just movement within combat. The fact that you have that variety when it comes to character creation, again, not having any classes, but really just focusing on the talents of the individual, really gives credence to being able to create anything that you're looking for, which I think is a really nice touch to it. And the other thing is that I love the fact that it's truly setting agnostic. The fact that I could see this being played in a sci-fi, in an anime, in a pulp, in high fantasy, it really fits that genre kind of thing, and I'm really excited to see what the final outcome of the rule set is. So if you guys found this of interest at all and want to go check it out, again, use exclamation point sagas in chat right now. That will take you directly to the Kickstarter. I believe we've been throwing up there's the beta test that's available on DriveThruRPG. It's a pay what you want system. You can go ahead and check that out as well. I think the system has potential, and I'm very interested, and I'll definitely be watching it moving forward.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious to see what other people would do with it. That's why it is so open. It'd be awesome to see what other channels are kind of put out here, and even just you at your tables, if you guys do pick this up, like let us know in the Discord. You might have, or some ideas you would have for characters, because you really can't make anything with this. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and of course, if you guys have any feedback on it, if you try it out yourself and you find anything on that, let us know. We have direct contact with the developer of it. The OKSDM was the individual who wrote it. Yeah, we'd be happy to pass on any feedback or comments or anything along those lines. But with that said, I think that's where we're going to wrap up for the evening. Again, thank you all for joining us on our super not so secret, super awesome stream that we had tonight. It was an absolute blast. I laughed my ass off. I cried internally. I died a little bit on the inside. And I'm very interested to see what elements of this canonically I can pull out. I think Jordans are definitely going to be something that we're going to be seeing in future campaigns. And honestly,
I can't wait for the limited editions.
I can't wait to see Monica return, albeit probably much, much later on down the road. But hey, a legendary item like Monica, we'll find out. We'll find out. As always, guys, thank you. If you enjoyed our content, if you enjoyed our dumb faces and the stupid stories that we tell, we do this every single night with D&D 5e on Tuesday nights. We've got our brand new campaign running. It's been an amazing adventure so far. We're only on episode 2, so you really haven't missed anything at this point in time. It is. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be a brave boy. It is the best campaign that I've ever run so far, and I'd argue that it's one of the top ones on in terms of actual plays right now. It's just that perfect balance of silly seriousness, as well as the feel for that coming of age adventure. It's fantastic, and I hope you guys can come and join us for Tuesday nights. I laughed my ass off, as well as the crew. We had one of our characters turn into an alpaca this past week. That was amazing, and it was all Nate's fault. But with that said, we are going to do a little bit of rating for the evening. We're going to go check out our friend, the Playmat, who's doing a little bit of a talk show podcast on TTRPGs tonight. Stick around for the raid. It helps us. It helps them. It gets you more channel points. And as you know, we're getting more and more into the channel points that you can have a direct effect on the overall campaign for Tuesday nights. So stick around just to earn those extra couple bucks, if you know what I mean. With that said, we are going to wrap up for the evening, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, all the adventurers out there, whether you find yourself in a golden hunt, facing off dastardly monsters and dragons, or you find yourself with a group of idiots that can't remember exactly what they've been doing, I beg you all, one word of caution. Be careful out there. You can trip. Love you all. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
I hunt monsters.
Give him a few